Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Late Night Hockey in the Tri-State Collegiate Hockey Conference. I'm Sam Wessler alongside Casey Roehl for Club Ice Hockey at Indiana University on your Indiana Hockey pregame show. Casey, tonight the second game of this home-and-home series between Indiana and the Falcons of Bowling Green State. This game, if Indiana is able to win this game, they will clinch third place in the league, and that will be huge for the tournament.
Yeah, this is big. Indiana could clinch third place with a win tonight. A lot of revolving parts if the loss were to happen for Indiana tonight, but it's simple. Win and you know where you're at. Indiana cannot be matched by anybody else below them if they were to beat Bowling Green State in regulation. Let's make that clear as well. An overtime win gives Indiana 2 points, which would put them at 24, which would allow Xavier to possibly catch Indiana if they were to win the remaining 3 of their games in regulation. So Indiana needs a regulation win against Bowling Green State, and if they do exactly what they did last night, work the power plays, work the boards, they could very well see themselves with a sweep and locked into that number 3 spot.
Casey, you mentioned power plays, which were crucial in last night's game. There were 21 penalties issued total to both teams combined. It was an insane amount of time spent in the box, and at certain points in the game, it was standing room only in both penalty boxes.
It was more of a canoe trip than it seemed like an actual penalty box. The last 5 minutes alone, there were 2 fights, 2 10-minute misconducts, and it seemed like it turned more into a Carnage Hall bloodbath than it was a hockey game. Indiana was hoping that that game could end as quick as possible because Andrew Newman has had members of his team in years past have boneheaded penalties late in games that would disqualify them for game number 2. And also, a misconduct is different from a game misconduct. A 10-minute misconduct still means that a player is eligible for game 2. A game misconduct means that that player who commits the game misconduct is ineligible for game number 2. Neither side with a game misconduct. Bowling Green State 2 10-minute misconducts and Indiana with 1. So every side is full steam ahead, and it's essentially who wants it more. Bowling Green State knows they have to win in order to stay alive in the top 4. Indiana knows exactly what they have to do in order to finish third.
And now looking at the full standings from top to bottom on the screen, Miami clinched the championship in the regular season. They had no trouble getting through the TSCHL and got rid of everybody in their path, finishing with 13 wins and only 1 blemish in their league play.
No problem with the league and no problem with some of the top teams in the country. They're tied against Florida Gulf Coast after 2 periods. By the way, FGCU is the back-to-back Division II national champion, so Miami, they're showing that they can hang with anybody and everybody in the country, no matter conference or no matter talent level. Ohio State is almost as good as Miami. They're locked in at number 2. 3 through 6 is what's up for grabs. Louisville and Dayton at 7 and 8. They're locked in at their spots, but there's a possibility that Xavier could jump from 5 to 3 if Indiana were to lose tonight and Xavier were to win out. If Bowling Green State wins tonight, they'd have to sweep next weekend against Ohio in order to finish as number 3. Ohio, they'd have to essentially win out to finish number 3. So there are 4 teams fighting for 4 spots within 3 through 6. We'll know by next week where the rest of the 3 stand if Indiana were to win tonight.
It will be a chaotic end to the regular season, and it will lead into the tournament very well come February, the middle of February. Casey, what do you expect from Indiana come tournament time? After all that they've gone through this season, they've now lost several players. Stephen Gaister, their primary goaltender. Scott Berger, one of the top defensemen in not only the team, but the league as a whole. How do you think these losses are going to affect a team like Indiana going down the stretch?
I still don't even know what Indiana's main identity is. Talking to Andrew Newman earlier today, he wasn't exactly sure where his team stands with the personnel that they lost over fall break. They're still finding themselves and where they are against some of the top teams in conference play. A sweep at the hands of Miami 2 weekends ago. They swept Dayton, who's sitting last in the league, but Bowling Green State, they're no pushover. Yesterday at the Frank, teams traditionally struggle when they come to Bloomington. Now they're playing here at the Madhouse on Madness, and it's going to be essentially who can win all.
Tonight's matchup here in the Slater Family Ice Arena in Bowling Green, Ohio will be an interesting contest to watch, Casey, and we have starting lineups in just a moment. On the other side of this break, we'll send it to a quick station break. You're listening to Club Ice Hockey at Indiana University on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network. Welcome back to the Slater Family Ice Arena in Bowling Green, Ohio, the Madhouse on Mercer. Sam Wexler alongside Casey Roehl, the voice of Indiana hockey, on the back half of your Indiana hockey pregame show. The final road game in the regular season, Casey, taking place against the Falcons of Bowling Green State in a game that Indiana more or less has to win to hold their spot in the standings.
If they want to finish third, they know that they win, they control their destiny. If not, a lot of moving parts go around. So this is what Indiana's been playing for all season. A chance to prove themselves. They have a chance to do it on the road.
About 2.5 minutes until the puck drops at center ice. So let's take a look at the starting lineup for both sides. For the Bowling Green Falcons, starting in net is number 31, Ryan Durkin. At left defense is number 21, Bobby Edwards. At right defense is number 8, Trey Kirksey. At left wing, number 28, Ryan Hill. At center, number 14, Hunter Schlotterbach. And on the right wing is number 19, Mike White. Casey, this lineup is almost identical to last night's for Bowling Green. They only changed the wingers, Ryan Hill and Mike White being the guys that switched positions and flip-flopped on the wing. Do you anticipate any changes from Indiana to match this?
Well, Indiana's already mentioned they're going to try to change things up. They know what they have. Ryan Durkin in net for the Falcons. He started the last 5 games for Bowling Green State. Another interesting tidbit. He's alternated his last 5 wins, so it's gone loss, win, loss, win. Last night a loss, so if the streak were to continue, he's in line for a win today. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Indiana. He's opposite Joseph Stebbins, the senior from Carmel, playing in his final road regular season game as a member of the Indiana hockey program. A 4-4 record, but he's won his last 4 matchups on the road against top 20 ranked programs, but getting the game's first goal. Jack Jordan, the senior captain, centers line 1. Cade Kenyon starts at left wing. Jack Kissel, the right winger, with Colin Fitzgerald. And Barrett McDaniel, the starting blue liners. McDaniel, a forward on the roster, has started 3 of the last 4 games on defense for Andrew Newman's Indiana side.
Casey, this will be a really interesting matchup to see. Indiana won in dominant fashion last night. They scored 3 goals in the first period and kept that margin more or less until the final buzzer sounded.
This is going to be a good test to see what Indiana can do against a powerhouse team and a team that likes to be aggressive on the forecheck. Bowling Green State likes crashing the net, and they like showing that they have muscle on the boards. So it'll be interesting to see who gets the game's first goal. Indiana preferably better when scoring first.
Well, Casey, we have a very heated matchup after all the fights last night, and it will be much fun to watch. We'll send it to a quick break before the puck drops here at the Slater Ice Center in Bowling Green. You've been listening to Club Ice Hockey at Indiana University on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network.
Roll with you alongside Sam Wexler, working audio and tech tonight from upstate Ohio. Face-off at center ice. Ohio controls. They skate from left to right. The Falcons in their white sweaters, orange and brown lettering and trim. Indiana, their crimson jerseys, white lettering and trim. They skate from right to left. Colin Fitzgerald, the lefty D-man for Indiana, swats the puck down the right half wall. Kenny in right circle. His wrists are gloved down by Ryan Durkin, the starting netminder for Bowling Green State. He faced 39 shots through the first 2 periods yesterday, falling 6-3 against Indiana back in Bloomington. Faceoff comes to Durkin's left. Jack Jordan for Indiana takes the faceoff against Ryan Hill, and it's Hill for Bowling Green State controlling. He wraps the puck out to center, swatted by Kenyon back to Fitzgerald. He trots past the red line, scampers down the right wing half-dasher, works his way over to the top of the right circle, the attacking zone. Nudged off the puck by Trey Kirksey down the far side. Forecheck for Indiana. Right circle shot by Jordan, deflected off the ice and bounces up down the near boards. Kept in by Indiana. McDaniel slaps the puck to Jack Kissel left circle. His wrister rolls wide, blocker side of Durkin, and it's Bowling Green State controlling the center. 1 minute into period number 1. Indiana and Bowling Green State. Game 2 of this home-and-home series. Right side, Kissel in the attacking zone for Indiana. Bottom of the right circle toward the goal line. Sticked off the puck by Kersey. Backhands up the near half-dasher. Connects with Mike White. He powers it out to center. And at the Bowling Green State logo just to our right. A minute, 15 seconds into period number 1. Indiana and Bowling Green State scoreless. Puck battle at center. Indiana controls D to deep. James Georgiou, the junior D-man, bangs the puck off the far wall, rolls at center. It's picked up by Bowling Green State's Matt Mostrop. He had a couple penalties yesterday. Turnover at the red line. Vladislav Krush for Indiana. Down the right wall, gains the line at the half-dasher, backhands into the high slot. Bouncing puck behind the net, picked up by Adam Offenbach for Indiana. The freshman stick handler had a couple goals in yesterday's win. He's edged off the biscuit down the left half-dasher. Riley Cordes swats one back behind Joseph Stebbins. Bowling Green State controls in the attacking zone left side. 2 minutes into period 1. No score between Indiana and Bowling Green. The Falcons with Farron. Eric Farron down the right boards. At the hash marks. Backhands the puck off the high glass. Edged off by James Todaro for Indiana down the right boards. Flips it to the blue line. Kept in by the Falcons. Left point shot by Stephen Benewall. Deflected wide glove side of Stebbins. Indiana controls. Offenbach backhands down the far boards. Kept in by BGSU. Adam Simon on for his first shift of the series. Was a healthy scratch in yesterday's loss for the Falcons. 17 and a half to go in period 1. Indiana and Bowling Green State, no score. Shot from the left circle. Benewald shot deflected back behind the net. The Falcons maintain the puck on a forecheck. Jake Powell, right circle. Staples the puck up the half wall. Pitchforked out by John Cristiano for Indiana out to neutral. Just under 3 minutes into period 1. Both sides make a line change with a puck in the Indiana defending zone. No score, Bowling Green and Indiana. Farron centers, left circle deflected, puck free in front of Stebbins. It bounces right circle. The Falcons' Jake Powell maintains the zone. He wraps it behind Stebbins, and it's Ryan Hill, second in the TSCHL in points, left goal line, flips it out to the point. It rolls underneath of Ryan Ross's stick as Indiana makes a change. 3:15 in the period 1. No score, Indiana and Bowling Green State. Off a turnover, Chappelle for Indiana. Right circle, bottom of the goal line. His wrister turned aside by Durkin. Puck free in the slot. A centering pass and a shot by Shabazz deflected. Scrumming and pushing back behind the net. Shabazz, who had a couple fights yesterday. He's jousting with Benewald back behind the net, and that stops play. We remain scoreless. 16:35 left in period 1. There's no score.
Casey, no love lost between these two sides. They have remembered what happened last night and will be quick to draw.
Faceoff comes to Ryan Durkin's left. Indiana controls. Fitzgerald right point, lost the puck. It's in the high slot. Stick check by Bowling Green State's Hunter Slater back out to center. One hands the puck to Mike White. The attacking zone, bottom of the right circle. Short side wrister deflected off of Stebbins' chest, and the senior netminder throws his body on top of the puck down the left goal line, and that halts play. 16:24 left in period 1. No score, Indiana and BGSU. A win for the Cream and Crimson secures the 3rd spot in the TSCHL postseason. The Bowling Green State win keeps the Falcons alive for the number 3 seed, with potentially 4 teams coming down to the last day of the season for the number 3 spot. The lowest Indiana can finish is number 6. The highest is number 3. Miami of Ohio and Ohio State locked in at number 1 and 2 respectively. Face off to Stebbins left. Bowling Green State's Ryan Hill controls, but it splits both the blue liners in Dom Costo and Bobby Edwards. 4 minutes into period one. No score, Indiana and Bowling Green State from the Slater Family Ice Arena in Bowling Green, Ohio. 52 years of hockey here at Slater. Champel for Indiana at the red line. Backtracks into his defending zone. Swats the puck to Jack Null down the right boards. Lost the puck at center. Ryan Hill. He scored one of 3 Bowling Green State goals yesterday in the first ever meeting between both schools. Trey Kirksey down the left wall, enters the attacking zone, edged off the puck by Jack Null. One hands ahead to Shabazz. He's on a breakaway. Right circle at the goal line, puts on the brakes. Stick check by Farron down the far boards. And Bowling Green State controls down the far side into the E zone. 15 and a half to go in period one. No score, Indiana and BGSU. Barrett McDaniel for Indiana flips the puck down the right half dasher. Josh Sharp plays it at the goal line. Centering pass connects with Bonecutter. Veers back to the right side. Fitzgerald at the point. Works his way to the circle. At the dot. Weaving toward the hash marks. Pitchforks to Sharp behind the net. Looking middle. Looking right. Holds at the backhand centers. Cristiano looking for Fitzgerald. Deflected a bit wide and it rolls out to center. 5 minutes into period one. Bowling Green State makes a line change. No score. Falcons in Indiana. The Cream and Crimson 11-1 when scoring first this season, compared to 1-8-1-1 mark when allowing the game's first goal. The Falcons control, skating from left to right as you listen. Their white sweaters, orange and brown lettering and trim. Indiana, their crimson jerseys, white lettering and trim. They skate from right to left. Curtis Hubbard for Indiana lost the puck at center. It's swatted down the length of the ice by Blake Swindle for Bowling Green State. It rolls behind Stebbins. Indiana first to it with Fitzgerald. 14 and a half to go in period one. No score. Fitzgerald, left side, top of the circle, at the dot. His wrists are deflected wide. Durkin off his chest, bounces it toward the near goal line, and Bobby Edwards for Bowling Green State flobs it out to center. Batted down by Grush, and now to Kenyon down the far boards. Forecheck on for Indiana. Kenyon and McDaniel fighting for control down the far wall, and it's Bowling Green State picking it free. Moskropp behind the net of Durkin. 6 minutes into period one. No score, Indiana and BGSU. The first ever series between both schools and the final home and home for Indiana this semester. The first 3 series of the 2020 calendar year have been home and homes. Puck in the Falcon defending zone. Swindle down the near boards. Poke check by Indiana on a forecheck. Kenyon, left circle at the hash mark. Holds in the backhand. Spinning, centering pass. Jordan left goal line. Centers, deflected off the side of the net. Rolls to the left point. Georgiou unable to maintain the zone for Indiana. And Aiden Goodfellow flips it to Durkin's left in net. 13 and a half to go in period one. No score, Falcons in Indiana. Hill, right side at the hash marks. His snapshot deflected high off the glass and into the mesh behind Stebbins, and that halts play. 13:22 left in opening period. No score, Indiana and the Falcons. Faceoff comes to Joseph Stebbins' left. Hill takes the faceoff for BGSU against the Indiana senior captain in Jack Jordan. Faceoff controlled by Jordan, flubs it down to near side to Will Patton. Circle-to-circle pass right side. Kissel stretches out to center. Touchdown by Trey Kirksey for BGSU. He's starting in his 9th consecutive game on the blue line for the Falcons. Indiana with Will Patton down the far boards. Rings the puck off the wall. Connects to Jordan. Ushers the puck in the attacking zone. Chip and chase down the right goal line. Back behind the net. Wheeling down to near side. Centers into the high slot. Patton the wrister deflected off of White. Patton gets it back. Left circle wrister blocked. And it skies up into the mesh behind Durkin to stop play. 12:48 left in period one. No score, Indiana and BGSU from the Madhouse on Mercer. Line changes made by both sides with a face-off to Durkin's right. Adam Offenbach for Indiana. He scored in 2 of his last 3 games. Takes the drop against Benewald, and it's Indiana controlling. They whip it around the far side. Goodfellow, right goal line. Works it to the point, connects with John Cristiano. Right point, wrister deflected in the slot, and BGSU clears out to center. Derek Carriophiles whips it out to the center logo, swatted by Krush for Indiana. He's got 7 goals in his last 3 games. Was the 8th member of the hat-trick club for Indiana a couple weeks ago. Down the far side, Moskropp for Bowling Green State. Left circle, wrister, glove by Stebbins in the butterfly to halt action. 12:17 remaining in period one. No score, Indiana and BGSU as we step aside from the Slater Family Ice Arena. You're listening to Club Ice Hockey at Indiana University on the Indiana Hockey Radio Network. 12:17 remaining in period one. No score. Indiana and Bowling Green State face off to Joseph Stebbins right in the Indiana D zone. The Cream and Crimson control out to center. Colin Fitzgerald down the right wall. At the Falcon logo, saucer pass near side. Barrett McDaniel, the lefty D-man, flips it into the Bowling Green State D zone. Batted down by Stephen Benewald out of Glenbrook, Illinois, about half an hour south of where a couple Hoosiers were playing in high school. Right point, Fitzgerald, his wrister deflected in the slot. It rolls out to center. Bob Biolowski connects with Kirksey. Lost it at the Bowling Green State blue, and it's McDaniel for Indiana controlling the center. 11:40 left in period one. No score, Indiana and BGSU. The Falcons falling 6-3 last night. Ended a two-game win streak in TSCHL play. Fitzgerald for Indiana gains the line. High slot poke check from behind by Bio-Lebrowski. Flips out to center. Almost a breakaway. Offenbach at the last second. Stick checked Powell from behind, and he controls down the far boards in the neutral zone. 11:15 to go in period one. No score, Indiana and BGSU. Krusch for Indiana. Right circle at the hash marks. Top of the circle. His wrister. Pad saving the butterfly by Durkin. Rolls toward the right goal line. Krusch controls. High slot. Edged off the puck. Backhanded by Jordan Johnson to center. 9 minutes into period one. No score, Indiana and Bowling Green State. Down the far wall for Indiana, Jack Null. Right boards, flips the rolling puck to Durkin's left. The Falcons control down the far boards. Adam Simon rings the puck down to near half dasher. Dug out by Champel for Indiana. Scales up the half wall. Works it to Tadaro left point. Flips it toward the goal line. Looking for Shabazz. He's edged off the puck. He takes a spill to the ice. And now we get a whistle and a penalty. 10:34 remaining in period one. No score, Indiana and Bowling Green State. But for the first time tonight, Indiana to the power play. Ryan Ross sits in the box for roughing. Indiana's power play yesterday, 3 of 7. Shabazz, bottom of the left circle, looked to center. He was edged off the puck after a hit from behind. And it's Indiana's TSCHL leading 26% on the power play to work for the first time today. Face off to Durkin's left. The Falcons control Trey Kirksey on a forecheck. Indiana with Jordan left goal line. He's got a team leading 4 power play goals. Flips to Fitzgerald left point. Circle to circle pass. Will Patton top of the right circle. Wrister glove by Durkin off a bounce. And that halts play with 10:20 left in period one. No score, Indiana and Bowling Green State. 1:47 to go on the Ryan Ross roughing minor. 5 on the ice for Indiana, Jordan, Cristiano, Kenyon, Fitzgerald, Patton. And it's Jordan for Indiana winning the draw to Durkin's right. Straight away, Patton, high slot, whips the puck to the right circle to Kenyon. He walks the far boards, cradles to Patton, down to Fitzgerald, left half dasher, wheels his way toward the point, cycles the puck to Jordan, left goal line, looking middle of the ice, flips it back to Fitzgerald, left point, looking middle, his wrist shot deflected, puck in the slot, flubbed down by Mike White, and he rings it from left to right out of the zone. Stebbins forced to touch up for Indiana. The Falcons penalty kill at just over 85%. Jordan gains the line. High slot wrister steered aside the butterfly by Durkin with his stick. Paddled to the near boards. 9:40 left in period one. No score, Indiana and BGSU. The Cream and Crimson in the attacking zone. Left circle. Goodfellow. Circle to circle pass. Offenbach works his way to the high slot. His wrister blocked by Schlatterbeck. Rolls to the right goal line. Dug out by Kirksey for BGSU toward the goal line. Forecheck by Kenyon for Indiana. He's got it bottom of the right circle. Filters straight away to Goodfellow. Left side to Jordan at the goal line. Looking middle. Goes into the slot. Deflected. Puck battle loose. Kicked by Kissel, but it's BGSU clearing from left to right to center. 9:10 remaining in period one. 35 seconds on the Indiana power play. We remain scoreless between the Falcons and the Cream and Crimson. Bobby Edwards slaps the puck from left to right to Stebbins right in goal. The Falcons control the attacking zone shorthanded. Left circle, a shot by Edwards. Steered aside the butterfly by Stebbins. Rolls back behind the net, and it's Champel for Indiana handing off to Goodfellow. 8:45 remains in period one. 10 seconds on the Indiana power play. We remain scoreless. Champel marshals the power play unit for Indiana. Past the red line, gains the zone, left side, high slot, works on the backhand. His wrister, blocker save in the butterfly by Durkin. Rolls back behind the net, filtered out to the blue line, right point. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Offenbach for Indiana, into the high slot, dangles past the man, got it left circle at the dot, filters toward Krusch, unable to maintain the zone, and Karyophiles guns it from left to right on goal. Stebbins forced to make a save. Line changes for both sides. 8:15 to go in period one. We remain scoreless. Goodfellow for Indiana, wheeling in the attacking zone, right goal line, puck is free, sharpshoots on goal, deflected, it rolled a bit wide off the blocker, puck is free, Krusch scores! The puck bounced off the end wall, Krusch batted it home, and now wait a minute, we get an official wave off down the near side. The net was off of its moorings. Vladislav Krusch played a deflection off the end dasher, but Jared Bukta, the referee, waved the puck off because the far boards and the near post was hit off of its hinges, so he remains scoreless. 8:05 left in period one. Krusch cannot believe it. He's been red hot for Indiana with 7 goals in his last 3 games. Was an inch shy of goal number 15 on the season. Faceoff comes to Durkin's right. No score, BGSU in Indiana. Bonecutter for Indiana takes the faceoff against Durkin. It's won by the Cream and Crimson. Bonecutter backhands to McDaniel, lost the puck at the circle. Steven Benewald for the Falcons. Gains the line from left to right. Hands off to Karyophiles, left circle. Back to Benewald behind the net. Dips and dangles past the man. Backhands the puck to Karyophiles behind the goal. He centers, looking for Johnson. Deflected, puck is loose, and Stebbins puts his glove on to halt play. 7:42 left in period one. No score, Indiana and Bowling Green States. Wherever you are and however you may be listening, glad you can join us. KC Roehl with you from the Slater Family Ice Arena in BGSU. Indiana looking to sweep the Falcons after a 6-3 win last night in Bloomington. Face off to Stebbins right in the Falcons attacking zone. BGSU controls right point. Bobby Edwards, one-timer top of the circle. Karams wide blocker side of Stebbins. Puck rolls to the left goal line, kept in by Karyophiles for the Falcons. He centers, deflected in the slot. Rolls out to the left point. Jake Powell, his wrister deflected off the end boards. And now we get a whistle and a stoppage in play. The right post for Stebbins hit off of its moorings. That halts action with 7:25 remaining in the opening frame. No score, Indiana and Bowling Green States. One power play chance for the Cream and Crimson. They're 0 for 1. No power play chances for the Falcons so far.
Casey, it looks like both nets are prone to coming off their moorings. That's the third time we've had to check.
Face off to Stebbins right. Indiana controls. Colin Fitzgerald circle-to-circle pass to Hubbard. Curtis Hubbard for Indiana. Flubs the puck to center. Hands off to Bonecutter. And now we get a whistle at center ice and a penalty. Interference is the call, and it's on Bowling Green States. For the second time in the last 5 minutes, Indiana to a power play. So a day after the Falcons committed a season-high 19 penalties, they sit for penalty number 2. That's on Mike White, the senior from upstate Ohio, about 10 minutes outside of Bowling Green States. And Indiana to the power play for the second time today. 7:16 remaining in period one. No score, Indiana and Bowling Green State. KC Roehl with you from the Madhouse on Mercer. Faceoff comes to Ryan Durkin's left. Jordan for Indiana takes the faceoff against Hill. Off the tie-up, Indiana controls. Left circle, Fitzgerald at the hash marks, wheeling toward the goal line, back behind the net. Chip and chase to himself, right goal line. Stick handles past a man, darts toward the right hash marks, flipped out to the blue line, intercepted by the Falcons. Hunter Slater back out to center, chip and chase to himself, short-handed. And the attacking zone, right hash marks. Wrister, gloved by Stebbins to stop play. 21 seconds into the Indiana power play. The Falcons have the first shot on goal in this man advantage. 6:54 remains in period one. There's no score between Indiana and BGSU. Face-off controlled by Schletterbeck to Stebbins is right, but it's Indiana with Fitzgerald pinning the puck to the near half-dasher. He marshals the power play from right to left. Gains the line. Left circle at the half-dasher. Stick to side by Mosgrove. Fitzgerald controls high slot. Back toward the net. Spinning, centering pass to Jordan. Left circle. His wrister blocked. Rolls in the slot. Fitzgerald digs it back out for Indiana. He's got 4 power play goals this season. His shot left point batted by Cristiano. A bouncing puck gloved by Durkin. That halts play with 6.5 to go in period one. Still no score. Indiana and Bowling Green States.
Casey, last night we saw Ryan Durkin, the netminder for Bowling Green, struggle with late deflections and tip-ins inside 5 feet in his crease. That might become an issue again tonight with all these shots from close range.
Line change made for Indiana with 1:14 to go on the power play. Christian Champel takes the face-off to Durkin's left, and Indiana controls the draw. High slot, Offenbach, right circle, fakes. He shoots, deflected off of Krusch's chest. The Riga Latvia native for Indiana maintains the zone. Right point to Offenbach. Dishes the puck to Goodfellow. Circle-to-circle pass back to Offenbach, right side. High slot. Goodfellow. His wrister block, puck in the slot, and the Falcons control. Eric Farron back behind the net. Lobs the puck off the high glass down the far wall. Can't clear the zone. Offenbach right point. Slap pass to Goodfellow. Centers to Krusch. One-timer deflected over the crossbar. The Falcons by Lebrowski rings the puck from left to right out of the zone. 6 minutes left in period one. No score. Indiana and Bowling Green State. Half a minute left on the Mike White penalty. Jordan for Indiana, the senior captain, ushers the puck down the right boards on the power play. Right goal line, back behind the net, angling toward the left goal line. At the hash marks, whips it to Goodfellow, left point, straight away, center point, back to Jordan, left dot. Below the goal line, bottom of the circle, back behind the net, centering feed, backhand shot by Krusch, deflected. It rolls past the blue line, past Goodfellow and Offenbach, and out to center. 5 seconds on the Indiana power play. 5:20 to go in period one. There's no score. Offenbach, high slot, stick check from behind by Hill. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey, full strength. Offenbach straight away, bouncing puck. He flips it to Krusch, right circle, deflects underneath his stick. Krusch, right goal line, backhands to Jordan behind the net. Centering pass deflected, puck in the slot, sticked away by White. He hands off to Hill for the Falcons. He gains the red line and out to center. In the attacking zone left side, at the dot, his wrister gloved by Stebbins, and that halts play with 4:54 left in period one. No score between the Falcons and Indiana. Indiana, when scoring first this season, 11-1, when allowing the first goal, 1-8-1-1. Faceoff comes to Stebbins' is right. Mitchell Road for the Falcons takes the faceoff against Champel. And Champel for Indiana controls. He redirects the puck to Alex Shabazz down to near wall. The freshman from an Indy suburb, Zionsville, just a couple miles of a drive from Indy. He whips it into the Bowling Green State D zone. And it's Jake Powell back behind the net, backhanding up the near wall. Derek Carriofiles out to center. James Georgiou filters the puck behind Durkin. And it's the Falcons controlling with 4.5 to go in period one. We remain scoreless. Indiana's 0 for 2 on the power play. The Falcons have yet to be on the man advantage. Puck battle down the right boards, out to center. James Todaro for Indiana settles it down the right half wall. Flips it off the high glass, and it's Champel wheeling back into his defending zone behind Stebbins. 4 minutes left in period one. No score, Indiana and Bowling Green State. Champel unable to clear the zone. High slot, Slater back. His shot from the right circle deflected off a body in the slot. The Falcons maintain the zone left point. Swindle fakes. He shoots. Chested by Stebbins. He puts the puck to the white Indiana crest logo at his center of his body, and that halts action. 3:52 left in the first frame. No score, Indiana and Bowling Green State. First time in Division II program history that both teams are meeting here at the Madhouse on Mercer. 52 years of hockey here from the Slater Family Ice Arena. Face off to Stebbins right. The Falcons control. Kirksey flips it behind Stebbins. The Falcons first to pick it up. Eric Farron back behind the net. Staggers toward the left goal line. Works it up to half dasher. It's poke check by Farron at the blue line. Sharp for Indiana on the back check controls. He work it back into the D zone. 3.5 left in period one. No score, Indiana and BGSU. Curtis Hubbard for Indiana. Zips past a couple of defenders. Gains the line. Right side. Top of the circle at the half dasher. Working his way to the goal line. Backhand centering pass looking for Scharf. Lost the puck in the back check. Indiana maintains the zone right side with Hubbard at the point. One-handed out of the zone by Lebreski. Both teams recontrol and recollect. Falcons make a line change. 3 minutes left in the period. No score, Indiana and Bowling Green State in this opening 20-minute section. Indiana at center, down to left boards. Bonecutter backhands the puck behind Durkin, and it's Kirksey for Bowling Green State first to it. Stick to the wall by Scharf. He staples Kirksey to the end boards, and it's Indiana on a forecheck controlling left points. Hubbard flips it to the goal line, intercepted by Edwards, flips into the high slot, turnover, Indiana on the forecheck. Here's a shot by Fitzgerald. No, he's tripped up. We're going to get a penalty. For the third time today, Indiana on a man advantage. Fitzgerald on a forecheck, worked his way into the slot, was tripped as he tried to fire a wrister, took a big tumble on the ice, a little slow getting up. And the junior D-man skating off on his own power. 2:35 left in period one. Indiana to the power play for the third time tonight. Ryan Hill, the team leader in points for BGSU, sits in the box for two. Face off to Ryan Durkin's left. No score, Indiana and the Falcons from the Slater Family Ice Arena. Christian Champel, Jack Kissel, Vladislav Krush, Aiden Goodfellow, and Adam Offenbach on the 5 for Indiana. Face-off controlled by the Cream and Crimson. Goodfellow left circle. Rink-wide pass, Offenbach, right dot. A wrister deflected off of Durkin's chest. Puck behind the net. Kissel works it right goal line to Krush. The team leading 14 goals. Works it high slot to Goodfellow. Backdoor post, one-timer. Krush deflected. Puck free behind the net. Durkin throws the glove on top. Krush lifts the net behind its moorings, asking for a possible stick lift. None called. 2:12 left in period 1. No score, Indiana and Bowling Green State. A minute 38 to go on the Ryan Hill penalty. Face-off comes to Durkin's left. Champel for Indiana takes the face-off against Bobby Edwards. Off the face-off, Champel controls. He works it top of the right circle to Krush. Looking middle. Right dot. His wrister chested by Durkin. He puts the puck to the Falcon logo at the middle of his sweater. A couple seconds off the timer. 2:07 left in period 1. No score, Indiana and the Falcons. A minute 33 on the Indiana power play. Another face-off comes to Durkin's right. Indiana controls. Vladislav Krush, right half dasher. Works it to the point to Offenbach. Straight away, high slot, left circle to Goodfellow. Looking middle, backhands the puck to Champel, left goal line. Dancing past a couple of defenders. Stapled to the wall by Edwards and Kirksey. He works it to Kissel, back behind the net. Schlubs the puck to Champel, top of the left circle. Works it high slot to Goodfellow. Flips it to Offenbach, stick down. He's got it, bottom of the right circle at the goal line. Centering pass broken up by Cordes. He works it right side. Indiana unable to maintain the zone. It rolls under Krush's stick and out to center. Line change made by the Falcons. A minute and a half to go in period 1. No score between BGSU and Indiana. 50 seconds on the Cream and Crimson power play. Kissel for Indiana. Gains the line. Right circle at the goal line. Back behind the net. Looking middle. Puts on the brakes. Snow goes flying up into the air at the left goal line. He one-hands to Krush. Back behind the net. The 6'4" lefty stick handler behind. Looking right goal line. He fires a shot deflected. Puck left circle at the dot. Indiana maintains control. Colin Fitzgerald. High slot. Flips the puck to Offenbach. Back to Fitzgerald, high slot. The WCHA logo, high slot. Back to the goal line. Offenbach, right side. Backhander stuffed aside by Kirksey and Durkin. And it's Indiana maintaining control, left goal line. Backhanded by Offenbach to Champel, left circle at the half dashers. Pins past a man. Top of the circle at the dot, left side. Back behind the net. Centering pass, looking for Kissel. And now we get a whistle and a stoppage in play. 43 seconds left in period 1. We don't know what the call is going to be as of right now. Play was stopped before the shot by Offenbach. We await the official ruling. Jared Bukta at center. He's just going to convey that the net was off its moorings, and we get a face-off with 43.8 seconds remaining in the first. 9 seconds on the Indiana power play. The draw comes to Durkin's left. Carter Bonecutter for Indiana takes the face-off against Hunter Schletterbeck. Off the tie-up, it's Bowling Green State controlling. Stephen Benewald down the right boards. Filters out of the zone. The Falcons make a line change. That'll do it for the Indiana power play. The Cream and Crimson 0 for 3 tonight after going 3 for 7 in the win yesterday. 30 seconds left in period 1. No score, Indiana and Bowling Green State. The Cream and Crimson from right to left as you listen. Their crimson sweaters, white lettering and trim. Fitzgerald for Indiana. Past the red line. Ushers the puck in a high slot. His wrister blocked. It rolls down the left goal line, and it's Bonecutter for Indiana. Left circle, wrister deflected. Hubbard back behind the net. Looking middle, center. Scharf closest to it. He flings a backhander on, and it's Doofus flipping the Durkin. That halts play with 9.5 seconds left. In this opening frame, we remain scoreless. Another face-off comes in the Indiana attacking zone, and it comes to Durkin's left. Bonecutter takes the draw for Indiana against Ryan Hill, the 23-year-old out of Wisconsin River Hills, a Division III school. Wins the draw for the Falcons on a forecheck. Indiana controls. Sharp right goal line deflected. The puck is loose. Free puck in the slot. Who's got it? Durkin throws his body on top, and that stops play. Fitzgerald is shoved from behind after the whistle by Lebreski. We got to watch out for that. Lots of shoving yesterday in the win for Indiana. Durkin had a couple shots on goal that he flubbed aside with less than 5 seconds remaining in the period. But it's the senior goaltender holding strong in net. And after period 1, we remain scoreless. Indiana and Bowling Green State from the Slater Family Ice Arena in Bowling Green, Ohio.
This season, when tied after the first period, Indiana is 2-1. The Falcons, when tied after one, are 1-1. The first period intermission report comes your way next. Sam Wexler joins us up in the booth to break down the opening 20 minutes after this timeout. You're listening to Club Ice Hockey at Indiana University on the Indiana Hockey Radio Network. Inside the Slater Family Ice Arena, no score, Indiana and Bowling Green State after the first 20 minutes of play from the Madhouse on Mercer. Casey Roehl with you high above the rink. 52 years of hockey here at Bowling Green State, and it's Bowling Green State looking for goal number 1 to start this one. Taking a look at our first period stats, no power play goals for Indiana on 3 chances. The TSCHL leader in power plays. 0 for 3 in period number 1 as we take a look at why this one matters for Indiana. A win for the Cream and Crimson would catapult them to 25 points, would also mean that they would clinch the number 3 spot in the TSCHL postseason tournament 2 weekends from now in Louisville, Kentucky. If Indiana were to fall tonight to BGSU, it'd be a 4-team race for that 3rd spot, with 4 teams essentially not having a solidified place between 3 through 6. The lowest Indiana can finish is number 6. The highest they can finish is number 3. The Falcons have 2 more games in league play after tonight. This is Indiana's final TSCHL tilt, so this is their last chance to finish what they started at the beginning of the season and to finish top 5 in the league standings. Indiana, a 3-game win streak entering play tonight. Bowling Green State saw their win streak come to a halt after last night's loss back in Bloomington. A 6-3 win for Indiana over the Falcons back at Frank Southern Ice Arena. The Cream and Crimson back in Bloomington for the final series of the regular season next weekend against Illinois State. Senior weekend against the Cardinals, 9:15 on Friday at Frank Southern and 3:15 on Saturday. Be sure to join us for the Club Ice Hockey at Indiana University pregame show 20 minutes before scheduled puck drop for both nights. 4 seniors being honored next weekend: John Cristiano, Stephen Joseph Stebbins, Cameron McNamara, and Jack Jordan. The second-year Indiana captain will be honored with next weekend's senior night festivities. Just about done with period number 1 intermission. We'll get set for the second period of action from the Slater Family Ice Arena after a quick timeout. You've been listening to the Club Ice Hockey at Indiana University first period intermission report on the Indiana Hockey Radio Network. Slater Family Ice Arena. No score between Indiana and Bowling Green State after the first 20 minutes from the Madhouse on Mercer. Casey Roehl with you high above the ice. Sam Wexler working our audio and our tech tonight. Game 2 of this home-and-home series. Indiana, after a 6-3 win yesterday in Bloomington, they look for the sweep against the Falcons in the first series in program history against Bowling Green State since Indiana turned Division II after reclassifying in 2014-2015. Our first period stats: Indiana 0 for 3 on the power play. The TSCHL leader in the man advantage went 3 for 7 yesterday, but Bowling Green State allowing 5 shots on 3 man-up opportunities for the Cream and Crimson. This season, when tied after period 1, Indiana is 2-1. The Falcons, when tied after the first 20 minutes, a 1-1 mark. It's the first tie after the first frame in 5 games for the Falcons, led by Jake Rischel, looking to bring BGSU back to prominence in the TSCHL after 5 seasons of sub-5 finishes in the TSCHL standings. Both teams switch lengths of the ice, the cream and crimson in their crimson jerseys, white lettering and numbering with the script Indiana across their chest gate from left to right as you listen. The Falcons in their white sweaters, orange and brown lettering and numbering from right to left as you listen. Ryan Durkin, the senior netminder, in net for the second consecutive night. He started the last 6 games for the Falcons with the start tonight. Joseph Stebbins, he picked up a win against Dayton last weekend in Bloomington. Same starting 5s on the ice for both teams. Cade Kenyon, Jack Jordan, Jack Kissel, Colin Fitzgerald, and Barrett McDaniel for Indiana. Different starting line to begin play in the second for Bowling Green State. Mitchell Road, Matt Moskrop, Derek Carriophiles, Bobby Edwards, and Trey Kirksey. Same D pairing for the Falcons, but a different starting line. 2 right-handed centermen in Road and Jordan take the face-off at center. Jared Bukta drops the puck, and Indiana controls. They skate from left to right as you listen. Fitzgerald down the right half-dasher, gains his own right point, lost at center point, and it's Kirksey flipping it up ahead toward Moskrop. Turnover at center, Jordan backhands into the defending zone. Indiana controls Fitzgerald. 20 seconds into period 1, no score Indiana BGSU. Right circle, a shot by Jordan at the dot, deflected off the side of the net, dug out by the Falcons down near boards with Kirksey. Pitchforks out to center. McDaniel fetches for Indiana, backhands to the Falcon logo at center ice. Flubbed by Fitzgerald, he saucers to the right of Durkin. He faced 68 shots through 2 periods yesterday, 78 in total. That was an Indiana single-game record this year. 45 seconds into period 2, no score Indiana and Bowling Green State. The Falcons from right to left. Matt Moskrop gains the line, left circle at the dot, goes on the backhand, centering pass deflected by Fitzgerald. Puck bounces toward the left goal line, flubbed off the high glass, gloved down by Kenyon for Indiana with the Falcons making a line change. 1:10 seconds into period 2, no score Indiana and Bowling Green State. Shot from the red line by Kenyon, battled aside by Durkin, flips it to the far wall. Indiana makes a line change. Ryan Hill at the blue line, stick check from behind by Krush for Indiana. Gains the zone 1-on-4, stick check from behind by Krush, by Hill, and it's Krush losing control to Bobby Edwards. 1:25 in the period 2. Indiana and Bowling Green State scoreless. Hunter Slatterbeck for the Falcons, gains the line, left circle, wrister deflected. Mike White, a shot for the right goal line, stick aside by Stebbins. He throws the body on top to halt play with 18:24 left in period 2. No score between Indiana and Bowling Green State. Indiana a chance to clinch the number 3 spot in the TSCHL standings with the win. The Falcons, if they were to split the series, their hopes for finishing top 4 in the TSCHL would remain alive with 2 games left in league play next week. Face off to Stebbins right. Indiana controls. Adam Offenbach rings the puck down the near side. Fitzgerald shovels it off the high glass and off the ceiling to stop play. The ceiling here at the Slater Family Ice Arena, not as low as Frank Southern, about 20 feet higher than the 32-foot elevation in Bloomington, but still a lower ceiling for a Division I barn. 52 years of D1 hockey here at Bowling Green State at Slater. Off the face-off, one-timer high slot by Moskrop, deflected high and wide blocker side of Stebbins, rolls down the right board. The Falcons maintain the zone right side. Mike White flips it into the high slot. Bobby Edwards gains the slot, a backhander deflected. It rolls towards Stebbins, and he throws the glove on top of the puck to halt play. 2 minutes into period 2, no score between the Falcons and Indiana. Faceoff comes to Stebbins' left. Bob by Lebreski for the Falcons against Christian Champel for Indiana. Off the tie-up, Indiana controls right goal line. Puck free. It's behind Stebbins, and it's Jack Null for Indiana, whipping the puck off the high glass down the left wall. Kept in by the Falcons. Eric Farron pitches the puck behind the net. Adam Simon behind goal. Works it on a backhand to Ryan Ross. Backhand centering pass. Nobody home in the slot. On a turnover by Lebreski. Shot from the slot. Deflected. Rolls to the right circle. Indiana with Champel. Nudges it out to center. The Falcons forced to touch back up. 17 and a half remaining in period 2. We're scoreless between Indiana and Bowling Green State. The Falcons gain the line right side. Jordan Johnson, bottom of the right circle, at the goal line. Centering pass deflected off of Georgiou's stick for Indiana. The Falcons maintain the zone left side. At the goal line, Kirksey lost the puck at the left dot. One-handed out by Champel to center. Indiana from left to right. 2-on-1 on-man rush. No, right circle, snapshot. Wide blocker side of Durkin. It rolls out of the zone from right to left. Rolling puck settled down by Stebbins. Rifles it out to center ice. Race for it, and the Falcons control. Jack No levels a huge hit on Adam Simon from behind. No penalty called. Indiana gains the attacking zone left side. Shabazz at the left goal line. Centering pass into the slot behind No. The Falcons the other way from right to left. No score, 16:45 left in period 2. Indiana and Bowling Green State from the Madhouse on Mercer. No for Indiana. Flips the puck behind Durkin with the cream and crimson making a line change. The Falcons, their white sweaters, orange and brown lettering and trim from right to left. Indiana, the crimson sweaters, white lettering and numbering from left to right. Puck battle down the right boards at center. Fitzgerald for Indiana. Backtracks into the defending zone. Flips it off the high wall. Connects with Bonecutter. Chip and chase down the left side at the hash marks. Bonecutter bottom of the left circle. Centering pass underneath Hubbard's stick. Puck free down the near side. White picks it up for Bowling Green State. Flips out to center. Connects with Edwards. Lost the puck on a backhand. Fitzgerald for Indiana. Pitches out to center. Ross levels a big hit on Bonecutter. Indiana maintains in the attacking zone. Right dot. A shot by Hubbard. Gloved and chested down by Durkin. That halts play. 4 minutes into period 2. No score. Indiana and BGSU. The Falcons, one of the top teams at home this season. A plus 10 mark here inside the Madhouse on Mercer. Only 3 teams are in the positives when it comes to plus minus at home this year. Indiana, Miami, and Bowling Green State. Face off to Durkin's left. The Falcons control back behind the net. Trey Kirksey on a forecheck. Indiana with Jordan right goal line. Pushes the puck out toward the right half dasher to himself. Right goal line centering pass through the blue paint. It rolls down the right boards. Carried along by Mike Simon. In the attacking zone. Right circle at the dot. He fakes. He centers. Deflected. Puck in a slot. It's loose. A backhander by White. Deflected over the crossbar. We remain scoreless with 15.5 to go in period 2. White was all alone in the slot. It bounced over the crossbar. The puck is down from left to right for an icing. White, who's got goals in 2 of his last 3 games, was a couple inches shy of what would have been his 9th goal of the season. A faceoff comes to Stebbins' left in the Indiana defending zone. Mitchell Roehl for the Falcons takes a face-off against Jordan. Off the tie-up, it's the senior captain for Indiana controlling. He backhands to Will Patton down the left wall. Rifle pass out to center, deflected by Roehl. He's got it top of the right circle at the dot, between the circles. Backhand pass deflected, puck battle in the corner, and it's Indiana controlling the loose puck. 5 minutes into period 2, no score. Indiana and Bowling Green State from upstate Ohio. Indiana with Jordan down the right wall, gains the line, right circle at the dot, edged off from behind. Derek Carriophiles flips it to center, connects with Bob by Lebrowski. Right circle in the attacking zone, falls to the ice, backhand centering pass, nobody through in the slot. Jordan one hands to Hubbard, now to Georgiou, rifles out to center, bounces off a couple of bodies, and it's Indiana gaining the line onside. Kenyon's on a breakaway, he goes to the backhand, and he scores! Cade Kenyon puts Indiana on top. 14:27 to go in the second, and Indiana leads 1-0. The puck bounced off a couple bodies in the high slot, rolled out to center. It rolled underneath the Lebrowski's stick. Kenyon gained the zone onside, went to a forehand backhand shot, and he beats Durkin low glove side to deposit his 9th goal of the season. Indiana was scoring first, 11-1 this season. Face-off at center ice, the cream and crimson control. Vladislav Kruch down the right wall. Stick from behind by Mostrop. It flips and rolls behind Stebbins. Down the right boards in the defending zone. Indiana with Kruch ushers the puck out to center. 14 minutes remaining in period 2. Indiana strikes first. They lead the Falcons 1-0. Adam Offenbach for Indiana. Shovels the puck to Georgiou left boards. Lost the puck on a stretch pass. He backhands to Todaro in a circle-to-circle feed to D-zone. Bounced off the left wall. Connects with Kruch. Rolls off his stick blade. The Falcons control in the defending zone. Derek Carriophiles. One hands to Jake Powell out to center. The Falcons maintain the line. Ryan Hill backhands behind Stebbins. Line change made by the Falcons. 13:40 left in period 2. Indiana leads 1-0. Shot by Hill right circle. Glove by Stebbins. Waist high in the butterfly to stop play. 13:38 left in period 2. Indiana leads 1-0. A full-on line change made by Andrew Newman's side with a puck in the defending zone. Ryan Hill for the Falcons, the TSCHL leader in points, takes the face-off against Christian Champel. The freshman for Indiana, a 5-year age difference. Hill at 23 and Champel at 18. Off the face-off, the Falcons control. Right point, Bobby Edwards ticked off the puck by Shabazz. He flips it behind Stebbins. Bowling Green State on the forecheck. Hunter Schletterbeck swats the puck to the left point, kept in by Kirksey. Fakes the wrister, dekes past a man. Top of the circles at the hash mark, wheeling toward the goal line. His wrister deflected, puck is free. It hits off of Fitzgerald's skate. The Falcons maintain the zone down the left side. Hunter Schletterbeck at the goal line. Staples the puck to the wall. Couple bodies fighting for control. Fitzgerald for Indiana and Champel. They work it out to center ice and out of the zone. 7 minutes in the period. 2-1 Indiana. White gains the line on the forecheck. Works his way into the slot. Stick by Fitzgerald on one knee. They work it to the right point. One-timer. Edwards deflected off a body. A stinger that hit off of Kirksey. The Falcons maintain the zone back behind the net. Stebbins picks it up for Indiana. Turnover right side. Edwards, right circle, unable to pull the trigger. He had Stebbins out of his crease, and Indiana lobs it out from left to right to center. 12.5 to go in period 2. No scoring for Bowling Green State. Indiana has the lone goal. They lead 1-0. Shabazz unable to catch up with the puck. Breaks window for the Falcons. Out in the defending zone. Stretch past the center. Intercepted by Fitzgerald, right circle, he fakes. Wrister deflected off the crossbar. Puck free. Shabazz left hash mark deflected. Champel in the slot. Holds to the backhand. Circles to the top of the left circle. Now to the left point. Looking middle. Top of the slot. Left circle deflected off the blocker of Durkin. It rolls left point, and it's the Falcons wheeling it out to center. 8 minutes in the period 2. Indiana leads 1-0. A goal scored by Cade Kenyon. He scored in back-to-back games for the Cream and Crimson. Steven Benewald for the Falcons out to center. Elbowed off the puck by Patton. He rings it behind Durkin. The Falcons first to it. Trey Kirksey to our right. Indiana on the forecheck. Scharf left goal line. His wrister deflected over the crossbar. It bounces down the far boards. Patton for Indiana picks it up and hands off to Goodfellow down to near side. 11.5 to go in period 2. 1-0 Indiana. Puck kept in by the Cream and Crimson right point. Slap pass by Patton, looking for Hubbard, left goal line. Sticked away by Edwards. He flips it out from right to left into the Indiana D zone. 11:20 left in period 2. Indiana leads Bowling Green State 1-0. Play ensues at center. Bone cutter for Indiana. Shovels it behind Durkin. First to the puck for Bowling Green State. Jake Powell whips it toward the near board. Sticked away by Hubbard on a forecheck. Behind the net. Takes a shoulder. Takes a tumble. No penalty called. Bone cutter for Indiana maintains the zone. Half dasher right wing toward the goal line. One hands to Hubbard. Backhands behind the net. Bone cutter maintains the zone. Holds in the backhand left goal line. Toward the corner boards. Swats it off the end dasher towards Hubbard. Rolls out to the right point. But Bowling Green State clears the zone. Adam Simon to center. 10:40 left in period 2. Indiana leads 1-0. Bone cutter gains the line. High slot at the WCHA logo. His wrister chested by Durkin at the Bowling Green script lettering across his chest to stop play. 10:38 left in period 2. 1-0 Indiana leads Bowling Green State as we step aside from Slater. You're listening to Club Ice Hockey at Indiana University on the Indiana Hockey Radio Network. 38 left in period 2. 1-0 lead for Indiana over Bowling Green State. A Cade Kenyon goal less than 6 minutes into the second. The lone scoring tonight. Casey Roehl with you from the Slater Family Ice Arena in Bowling Green, Ohio. Face off to Ryan Durkin's left. In the Indiana attacking zone, the Cream and Crimson captain Jack Jordan controls the draw. Angles to the left half dasher. Flipped out of the zone by Mostrop. It bounces out to center. Puck battle controlled by Indiana. Colin Fitzgerald down the right boards. Takes a tumble. Puck swatted behind Stebbins with Indiana's Barrett McDaniel, the freshman D-man. The lefty filtering out to the high slot. Bowling Green controls on a forecheck. Into the high slot. Carriophiles lost it. Now it's Indiana the other way from left to right. Kenyon gains the line. Left circle at the dot. Waits. Goes in the backhand. Centering pass. One-timer Kissel deflected. And it's Kenyon holding behind the net. Out to the right side. Jordan, his wrister at the dot. Blocker saved by Durkin. It rolls out to the right point and out to center. 9:50 left in period 2. Indiana leads 1-0. In both games this series, Indiana has scored first. They've scored first in its last 3 wins have the Cream and Crimson. McDaniel stretch pass for Jordan near side, intercepted by Carriophiles. The Falcons out to center. Bob by Lebreski. Into the high slot, chip and chase off of Fitzgerald's glove, rolls to the right goal line, Carriofile centers, deflected by Lebreski, left circle, wrister deflected, puck is free, Hill works it back to Carriofiles, his backhander deflected by Fitzgerald, rolls to the left goal line, Offenbach backhands to Kissel, he clears for Indiana from left to right, chip and chase off the high dash, into the high slot, wrister right goal line deflected, rolls toward the left side, toward the corner wall, Kirksey for Bowling Green State controls. 9 minutes to go in period 2. Indiana leads 1-0. Mike White wafts the puck into the attacking zone left side. Works it right boards. Krusch backhands out to center for Indiana. Picked up by Farron for Bowling Green State. Backhands down the far boards, and it's Patton for Indiana controlling down the far wall. 8:45 to go in the second. Indiana leads 1-0. From the center ice logo, Mitchell Road, his wrister wide glove side of Stebbins, rolls down to near side, Cristiano into the zone, sticked off by Road, he's got it left goal line, looking middle of the ice, wheeling past a couple of defenders, left circle, a shot by Hill, deflected, puck in the slot, Schlatterbeck slaps at it, it rolls toward the left goal line, Stebbins got his stick on the puck, and remains 1-0 Indiana, 8:20 to go in the second. Kirksey for the Falcons, left point, his wrister deflected, Offenbach steers to the side for Indiana, they've got possible numbers 3-on-2, Offenbach, left circle, at the dot, centers behind Cristiano. It rolls to the right goal line. Krusch for Indiana. Backhands behind Durkin. Kirksey fetches for the Falcons. He rifles off the high glass down the right boards to center. 8 minutes to go in period 2. 1-0 Indiana. The Falcons from right to left as you listen. Indiana from left to right. The Cream and Crimson making a line change after flipping the puck behind Durkin. Indiana on a forecheck, half-dasher right wing. Champel backhands to the goal line, nobody home. It's Trey Kirksey whipping it down the far boards, connects with Jordan Johnson, and he clears the zone. High skying puck out to center. Karams into the scorer's bench down the far wall to stop play. 7:33 left in period 2. 1-0 lead for Indiana over Bowling Green State. Wherever you're listening, it's 12:15 Eastern Time on Saturday morning, Super Bowl Sunday. Hopefully all of you watching or listening, wherever you may be, are enjoying your night. And hopefully a lot more energy than most of the people here at the Slater Family Ice Arena have. Face off to Durkin's right. Bowling Green State controls. Edwards rings the puck down the roulette wheel. Stick aside by Shabazz. Back behind Durkin. Indiana on a 1-2-2 forecheck, but the Falcons break it out to center. Derek Carriofiles edged off the puck. It deflects at the blue line, and now the Falcons work it out with Ryan Hill. It bounces off the right board. Stebbins plays it off of his stick, throws his glove on, and that halts action with 7:09 left in period 2. Indiana maintains a 1-0 advantage. Fans, be sure to follow everything Club Ice Hockey at Indiana University on social media at Twitter at hockey_IU, Instagram at hockey@IU, and Snapchat at IU Hockey. More information available on our website at indianahockey.com. Face off to Stebbins' left. Indiana controls. Christian Champel down the right corner wall. Works it up the roulette wheel to McDaniel. Edged off the puck. Champel back to McDaniel. Right circle. The Falcons maintain the zone. Schlatterbeck. He had 1 of 3 Falcon goals in last night's loss. Fitzgerald rings it off the high glass. Rolling down to near side. Dug out by Edwards for the Falcons into the zone. The 6'4" junior defenseman flips it down the right wall. Dug out by White. He filters out to center. Hill gains the line. Centering feed into the slot underneath of Schlatterbeck's stick. He rings it back behind Stebbins. Dug out by Hill, right goal line. Centering pass, nobody in the slot. Dug out by Champel for Indiana. Pitchforks out to center. Gloved by Swindle. And he works it back to Jake Powell behind the net. 6:15 to go in period 2. Indiana leads 1-0 on the strength of a Cade Kenyon goal less than 5 minutes into the second frame. Puck behind Stebbins. Both teams make a line change. Patton for Indiana. Stretch pass to center off of Shabaz's stick. It bounces right goal line. And now we get a whistle and a stoppage in play with 6:01 remaining in the second. Offside was the call. Indiana with the win would clinch third place in the TSCHL standings. And now hold the phone. We get a change in call. A penalty on the Falcons. It's on Mitchell Road. Road out of upstate Michigan sits in the box. And Indiana for the 4th time tonight on the power play. Interference is the call. A late indication by Jared Book to the referee. Andrew Newman side loving it. The TSCHL leader in power play goals to work for the 4th time today. Face off to Durkin's left. Indiana controls, but it splits both Patton and Fitzgerald at the blue line. 6 minutes left in period 2. Indiana leads 1-0. Patton gains the line. High slot at the WCHA logo between the circles. Has it bottom of the left circle. Backhands the puck up the left boards to Jordan. Angling toward the goal line. Back behind the net. Puts on the brakes. Falls to the ice with both knees on the ice. He's got it half-dasher left wing. Backhands to Cristiano. Flips it to Jordan. Now to Fitzgerald left point. Circle-to-circle pass. Patton right dot. His wrister wide over the crossbar. Bounces off the high glass. Fitzgerald maintains the zone. Fitzgerald with the team leading 4 power play goals. High slot one-timer deflected in the slot off of Kenyon. He's got the lone goal for Indiana tonight. 5:15 to go in period 2. Indiana leads 1-0. 70 seconds on the Cream and Crimson power play. White for BGSU. Backhands high off glass out of the zone. The 5 of the ice for Indiana: Fitzgerald, Jordan, Offenbach, Cristiano, and Kenyon. Jordan, the senior captain for Indiana, has it left goal line. Backhand centering pass. One-timer, Cristiano. Glove save by Durkin to stop play. Ryan Durkin, who kept Bowling Green State in it last night, makes a point-blank save, and it stays 1-0 Indiana. 4:55 left in the second. Jordan wheeled into the attacking zone, left side, a no-look backhand pass. Cristiano, a one-timer, looked to go bar down, but Durkin, the 6'4" netminder, flashes the left glove and keeps it out. Face-off to his right, Indiana controls. Goodfellow, left point. Rink-wide pass to Offenbach. Straight away, Goodfellow. High slot, left side. One-timer, Champel. Gloved again by Durkin to stop play. 4:55 left in period 2. 45 seconds left on the Mitchell Road penalty. Indiana maintains a 1-0 lead. They're 0 for 3 on the power play tonight. The Falcons have yet to be on the man up. Face-off to Durkin's right. Indiana controls. Offenbach, right circle, top of the dot. Wrister chested by Durkin to stop play. 3 saves and 3 stoppages for Durkin in a span of the last 20 seconds. Not a huge hip-hop fan, but I believe this is Legends by Drake, and Ryan Durkin has been playing like a legendary netminder these last 3 periods for the Falcons. He's allowed 1 goal on 60 shots in the last 40 minutes. Face-off to his right, Indiana controls. Offenbach, right circle, top of the slot. Wrister high over the crossbar, catches the high glass. Curtis Hubbard for Indiana staples the puck to the left half-dasher. One hands to Kissel with 25 seconds on the Indiana power play. Left dot, his wrister deflected, bounces back behind the net. Indiana thought it was a goal, rolls out to the right point, and Ryan Hill for Bowling Green State ushers out to center. Short-handed chance in the line. Right circle at the dot. One-hand shot deflected by Stebbins. It rolls to the right goal line, kept in by Lebreski for the Falcons. Whips it off the high glass, dug down by Offenbach. One hand's back behind the net. Champel for Indiana controls. 4 minutes to go in the second. We're back to 5-on-5. Indiana's 0 for 4 on the power play, but they maintain a 1-0 lead. Indiana, high slot, Kissel, wrister, pad saving the butterfly by Durkin. It's filtered out of the zone from right to left by Farron. Indiana touches up with Goodfellow. He fetches back behind Stebbins. 3:40 left in the second frame. Indiana leads 1-0. Krusch out to center for Indiana. Stick check from behind by Edwards. Flings a shot on from the right point. Deflected a bit wide by Stebbins. Puck battle near side. Indiana with Offenbach. Pitchforks to center. Backhander connects with Krusch. Slowly ambles across the line. Drop feed to Kissel left point. Swatted by Edwards to center. 3:20 left in the second. 1-0 lead for Indiana over BGSU. Delayed offside, the Falcons touch up into the zone. Edwards, the 6'4" D-man, ushers the puck past the red line, jets across the attacking zone, backhands the puck to Carriophile's right circle, rings the puck to the left goal line to Simon. He controls half-dasher left wing, sticked off the puck by Bonecutter. One hands out to center to himself. He gains the line, left circle at the dot. Wrister gloved and bounced by Durkin. He puts the glove on top of the rebound to stop play. 2:54 left in period 2. Indiana leads Bowling Green State 1-0. Ryan Durkin, who took 3 years off of hockey out of high school, playing in his first season with the Falcons this season. He's been the main reason why Jake Rischel's side has stayed in this series this weekend. Face off to his right, Indiana controls. Kissel a shot, bounced in the slot just over the crossbar. Indiana maintains his own left goal line. Carter Bonecutter, bottom of the left circle at the half-dasher. Backhand centering pass deflected. Stick the side by Durkin, rolls down the near side. Kirksey for the Falcons, guns it out from right to left into the Indiana D zone. Plays off the carom. McDaniel first to touch for Indiana, and it's called for an icing. Puck back into the Indiana attacking zone with 2.5 to play in the middle frame. The Cream and Crimson lead 1-0. Cade Kenyon with his 9th goal of the season, the lone scoring today. Face off to Durkin's left, Jordan against Hill, and Jordan for Indiana wins the drop. Top of the right circle, Kissel flicks the puck to Fitzgerald, back to Kissel, whips it to Kenyon, right goal line. He walks to near boards, cradles the puck with his righty hockey stick, works the roulette wheel back to Kissel. He's got it right circle, flubs the puck to Jordan, back behind the net, looking middle, centering pass, nobody in the slot. Closest to it was Kenyon. It rolls out from right to left into the Indiana D zone where Fitzgerald touches up. 2 minutes to go in the second. Indiana leads 1-0 over Bowling Green State. Delayed offsides. Indiana forced to touch up at center. They work it back into the defending zone. Fitzgerald, rink-wide pass, connects with Kenyon, far side. Works it to Jordan. High slot. Wrister deflected. Kirksey flips it off the high glass. Flicked out to center. Here comes Schlatter for the Falcons. He gains the line of the attacking zone. Right circle, Wrister. Standing chest save by Stebbins. Puck rolls to the near corner, and Indiana flips it eyes far to the left circle. White, his shot left dot. Deflected and chested by Stebbins. Now we get some extracurriculars after the play was stopped. Johnson and Jack Jordan for Indiana, throwing some shoves and some elbows. That's something we'll have to watch out for, something that was prevalent in last night's loss for the Falcons, in which Bowling Green State committed 2 misconduct for fighting. And that's going to send Indiana to the power play, barring a matching minor set. We're going to get that on cue. Matching minors on Jordan and Schlatterbeck. Even though Jordan Johnson was the guilty party for the Falcons, it's Schlatterbeck sitting in the box on the far boards. 1:38 left in the second. 1-0 Indiana on top of the Falcons. Face-off comes to Joseph Stebbins right in goal. The senior out of Carmel, playing his final regular season road game as a member of the Indiana hockey program. 4-on-4 hockey for 2 minutes to go into the third period for both sides. Face off to Stebbins is left, controlled by Indiana. Will Patton lobs it from left to right. Icing is called. 10 seconds into the matching minors. The face-off comes back to Stebbins and to his left side. 1-0 Indiana leads Bowling Green State. Christian Champel for Indiana takes the face-off against Hill. The transfer from the University of Wisconsin River Hills wins the face-off for the Falcons. High slot, a shot by Ryan Ross, deflected wide glove side of Stebbins. Puck battle behind the Indiana netminder. Champel for Indiana controls. He jets past the red line, gains the line, high slot, waiting. He fakes, he shoots, deflected off of Ross. Rolls left circle of Patton. Shifts it behind Durkin. Puck battle far side. Nobody knows where the puck is. Everyone thought there was another penalty for possible sticking. None called. Goodfellow at center. Right circle. In the attacking zone, right side. Toward the goal line. Angling toward the top of the right circle. At the half dasher. No. Right circle at the dot. Snapshot deflected off of the pad of Durkin. Rolls down to near side. 50 seconds to go in the second. Indiana leads 1-0. 4-on-4 hockey for the remaining 45 seconds of the second frame. Ross for the Falcons, flips out to center. Schlatterbeck behind the line. He's in all alone. He goes to the backhand. He shoots. Brawling glove save made by Stebbins with the stick as well. It stays 1-0 Indiana. 30 seconds left in the second. White, left goal line, centers far side. Rolls underneath of Hill's stick. He maintains the zone right point. Filters behind the net. Roehl battling with McDaniel. And it's Roehl for the Falcons, controlling left goal line. 15 seconds to go in the second. Left dot, Edwards fakes. He shoots, blocked by Goodfellow. Rolls up the left half dasher. The Falcons maintain the zone. Edwards, high slot, left point. His wrister blocked. Rolls in the slot. Goodfellow for Indiana can't clear the zone. Schlatterbeck, high slot, hands off to Roehl. He shoots, deflected, and Stebbins makes a glove save at the buzzer. Mayhem just before the play stopped. Mitchell Roehl, the backhander, right in front of the net. And Stebbins gloves it down on the couple bounces as the horn sounds. Jumbo Joe Stebbins, in one of the biggest games in his Indiana career, keeps the Cream and Crimson up after 2. Stebbins, who has won his last 3 road games against ranked opponents in the month of February, going back to last season, exchanges high fives with his teammates in front of the nets. And that's how the second period comes to an end. Both teams go into the third period short-handed, 4-on-4 for 9 seconds. But Andrew Newman's side A record of 8-1 when leading after 2 periods this season. Bowling Green State's 1-4. We'll step aside when we return. The second period intermission report between Indiana and Bowling Green State from the Madhouse on Mercer. You're listening to Club Ice Hockey at Indiana University on the Indiana Hockey Radio Network.
Gentlemen, welcome back to Bowling Green, Ohio, where the Club Ice Hockey at Indiana University program has pulled away with a 1-0 lead after 2 periods. Sam Wexler alongside Casey Roehl for the second intermission report here at the Slater Family Ice Arena in downtown Bowling Green on a beautiful campus. Casey, an exciting 2 periods so far, and the final 20 minutes could be the most important in both of these sides' season.
Well, it's exciting if you like fights. If that was the case, you would have loved yesterday's game, but today seems more like a mellow cat fight compared to yesterday's WWE beatdown. It's been more traditional type of hockey we're seeing, and we knew it was going to happen. The Slater Family Ice Arena is bigger than the Frank, so it doesn't allow for as much physicality, but Indiana's doing what they do. They create scoring chances with their speed and with stretch passes. Cade Kenyon, the only goal on the night, and it's a lot different from yesterday because at this point, there were 7 combined goals after 40 minutes, but the length of the ice and with Bowling Green State's ability to maintain the puck in the attacking zone, only 1 goal has come across.
Yeah, Casey, you said it perfectly. The ice just so much smaller at the Frank back in Bloomington, and it condenses the play a little bit too small in terms of width and length. Obviously, we know the neutral zone is minute compared to what we have here at the Slater Family Ice Arena. It just condenses the play and forces everything to speed up and guys to be closer and more compact in each zone, and it forces guys to butt heads a lot.
It does, and we saw that a little bit, not to the extent as of yesterday, but Jack Jordan and Jordan Johnson, they each sat in the penalty box for roughing after they had shoved after a save was made on Stebbins, and that's been essentially the only roughing and the only shoving we've had tonight, so that's something that Andrew Newman can hold his head high on. He was saying that if it took 21 penalties last night for a team to stick with Indiana, he'll take that, but a lot less physical tonight, and that's in Indiana's favor.
Now, Casey, looking at scores from around the TSCHL, looking at the standings as well, Louisville 7, Dayton 5. FGCU, the Florida Gulf Coast national champions, beat Miami, although that is of no consequence when it comes to the standings in the T. Ohio State had an 8-0 lead against Denison, an out-of-conference opponent, and that game went final. Casey, is that correct?
That game went final a couple of minutes ago as per the Ohio State Twitter page.
And Xavier has 5 goals against the Ohio Bobcats, who have just 2.
And that game just went final a couple seconds ago, so how about this? This is the most important 20 minutes of the season for Indiana. For those who are just joining us and who have not been aware of what this game means for Indiana, a win for the Cream and Crimson secures 3rd place in the TSCHL standings. The graphic you see are the current standings in the TSCHL. If the season were to end today, Miami and Ohio State would play Louisville and Dayton respectively, 1 against 8, 2 against 7. But what we don't know, 3 through 6 is in the middle of the air. This is Indiana's last TSCHL conference game, so if they lose tonight, they could possibly finish at 6th, when in regards to a win, they could lock in 3.
For those of you that watch the FIFA World Cup soccer tournament every 4 years, or even the Champions League, it's like having a group stage where everything has to happen right or wrong on the final day of play, and that's what you have. 4 teams right in the middle of the table, and it's going to be very tight, a razor-thin margin of error for any team here.
And for Indiana, if you lose tonight, you're essentially on your coattails next week watching what Bowling Green State and Ohio do, because they play each other, and in Xavier, they match up against Louisville next weekend. We know what 2 and 1 are looking like, what 7 and 8 are looking like. What we don't know is what 3 and 6 will look like. We'll have a lot more clarity as to what the possible playoff standings would look like after tonight.
A reminder that next weekend, Indiana still plays, but it won't be a league game. It will be the 2 final regular season matches this year in the 2019-2020 campaign. Those will be at home against Illinois State Friday night and Saturday night back at the Frank Southern Ice Arena in Bloomington. Casey, that will be a fun one to watch as well, although it won't be as big of an impact on the final end of the season as tonight.
It won't be. For Indiana, it's more so the final ACHA rankings. They need to win out. As of right now, they're sitting number 14. The top 12 teams in each region advance to a regional, which would be in South Jersey for Indiana this season. They finished number 13 last year against Michigan, so they have exactly right where they want to be. They have a chance to secure their own destiny with another ranked opponent in Illinois State next weekend. And for Indiana, it's the perfect chance to send out 4 seniors playing their final games at Frank Southern Ice Arena. with John Cristiano, Jack Jordan, and both goaltenders and Joseph Stebbins and Cameron McNamara.
Well, Casey, I can't wait to see what happens in the final 20 minutes of play. I'm going to go hop back on the camera and let you get down to work on the play-by-play. I've been Sam Wexler alongside Casey Roehl here on the second intermission show on the Club Ice Hockey at Indiana University Twitter page. This is Indiana Hockey.
Inside the Slater Family Ice Arena, 1-0 lead for Indiana over Bowling Green State, and for the Cream and Crimson, it's shut up and got up time. A win would catapult Indiana to third in the TSCHL standings. A loss would mean Indiana's fate in the league would be determined by next week, the final week of TSCHL play. Glad you can join us. Casey Roehl with you. Sam Wexler, our technician and engineer tonight, high above the ice from the Madhouse on Mercer on the campus of Bowling Green State. Both sides enter the third period, 4-on-4 for 22 seconds. Jack Jordan and Jordan Johnson each in the box for matching roughing minors. The lone goal tonight scored by Cade Kenyon for Indiana, the sophomore from Naperville, Illinois, now with 8 goals on the season. Both sides switch lengths of the ice. Indiana in its crimson sweaters, white and lettering and trim, with the script Indiana across their chest from right to left as you listen. Bowling Green State, their white sweaters, orange and brown lettering and numbering from left to right as you listen. One of the more classic sweaters for WCHA play. Bowling Green State also sporting a club hockey team on the campus of BGSU. The 4 on the ice for Bowling Green State to begin the third. Hunter Schletterbeck alongside Bobby Edwards, Trey Kirksey, and Ryan Hill. For Indiana, Jack Kissel, Cade Kenyon, the lone goal scorer tonight, Colin Fitzgerald, and Barrett McDaniel. Kenyon takes the center ice faceoff for the Cream and Crimson opposite Schlatterbeck. 2 right-handed centermen off the draw. Indiana controls. Barrett McDaniel lost the puck at center, works it right side of Kenyon, gains the line, delayed offside. He one-hands the puck to the right half dasher where Kirksey settles it down. 10 seconds left on the matching 4-on-4 minors. 15 seconds in the period 3. Indiana leads 1-0. Both Jordan and Johnson get up in the box, and with that, we're back to 5-on-5 hockey, full strength for both sides. Indiana 0 for 4 on the power play through 2 periods. Bowling Green State has yet to be on the man advantage. Bobby Edwards for the Falcons enters the zone offside down the left boards. Edwards had 1 of 3 Bowling Green State goals in last night's loss back in Bloomington. Edwards, after a career high in points and goal total last season, he succeeded and overseeded that this year with 5 goals on a total of 25 points. The 6'4" senior looks to his bench. Off the face-off, White controls for the Falcons. He works it back to Edwards. Rink White pass to Kirksey. Flips a shot on from the red line. Stick aside by Stebbins. It works toward the right corner. Fitzgerald staples the puck to the wall. Clashed by Hill. He kicks the puck toward the end dasher. 2 aside, kicking and scrumming away. Hill for Bowling Green State controls. The NCAA Division III transfer fires a shot for the right goal line. Stick aside by Stebbins. It rolls up the roulette wheel right side. Kept in by Kirksey, right half dasher. Works it to Schlatterbeck. Twists the puck behind the net. Dug out by Edwards. Left goal line. Looking middle of the ice. Flips it left point to Kirksey. Looking middle. Slap shot deflected. Off a deflection. Rolls over the crossbar and down to near side. Offenbach for Indiana. Whips it out to center. Kirksey gloves it down and sticks it down on 2 hops. A minute 20 in the period 3. Indiana leads 1-0. Fitzgerald for the Cream and Crimson. Back behind the net. Backhand centering pass. Looking for Crouch. Deflected. Rolls to the right circle. His shot from a close angle. Back behind the goal. And Bowling Green State with Mike White gains the attacking zone right side. Dips and dangles past the man. Right circle in the slot. Deflected puck free. Stebbins sticks to the side. And Will Patton, a former high school teammate of Stebbins out of Carmel, Indiana, works it out to center. Crouch, the lefty stick handler, one hands to Null. He's stapled to the wall. Both men go falling onto the ice. No penalty called. Crouch back behind the net, controls for Indiana. Right goal line. No look backhand centering pass intercepted by Edwards. He flips it out to center. Connects with Schlatterbeck. He's on a breakaway. Left circle at the dot. Wrister blocked from behind by Patton. It bounces in the air and Stebbins puts the glove on. Schlatterbeck was all alone behind the fence. Patton came in from behind, put his stick on the puck, and the junior defenseman saved the possible game-tying goal. It stays 1-0 Indiana, 17:55 left in the third. Face-off to Stebbins is left. Bowling Green controls. Left point, Stephen Benewald. He rings it back behind the net. Swatted to Moskrop. He's on for his first shift of the third. Left point, Wiley Cordes. Slap shot deflected. Bounces right side. The Falcons maintain the zone. Derek Carriophiles. Left circle at the dot. Wrister blocked from behind. One-handed by Patton ahead to Champel. Stick check from behind. He maintains the zone. Alex Shabazz. Left circle. Wrister. Whistles high and wide over the crossbar glove side of Durkin, and the Falcons maintain the zone left side. Mitchell Road in the attacking third at the hash mark. Spins and twists the puck to the left goal line to Moskrop. He backhands down to near boards. James Georgiou for Indiana staples the puck to the wall. He twists it to Shabazz. Guns it out to center. Takes a moderate check at the Indiana bench, and the Falcons control the center ice. 3 minutes in the period 3. Indiana leads Bowling Green State 1-0. Shabazz in the Indiana defending zone. Edged off the puck by Powell. He's got it right half dasher. Scales up the wall to the point. Poked free by Shabazz. He one-hands to no. Pass the center ice logo for Indiana. Gains the line. Right circle. Holds it the backhand. Into the slot. He's all alone. Backhander. Sprawling. Blocker saved by Durkin as he pokes it to the far boards. No. Stick handle and shimmy past 2 defenders, but Durkin stands tall to keep it 1-0 Indiana. In the Bowling Green State attacking zone left side, at the circle, Johnson behind the net, pitches it off the high glass. Indiana first to it, Fitzgerald. The Falcons on the forecheck, Trey Kirksey, right half dasher. At the hash marks, pitched off the puck by Bone Cutter. He filters out to center, guided to Edwards for Bowling Green State. He backhands down the far boards behind Stebbins. Just under 4 minutes in the period 3, Indiana leads 1-0 over the Falcons. A win for the Cream and Crimson secures third place in the TSCHL standings. A loss, they could finish as low as 6. Shot from the left point by Kirksey, gloved by Stebbins after a deflection off his chest. 4 minutes in the period 3, faceoff comes to Stebbins' right, with Indiana holding on to a 1-0 advantage. A Cade Kenyon goal early in the second, the lone difference. Alex Doofus for Bowling Green State takes the face-off against Jordan. Lefty on righty face-off battle, and it's Doofus, the lefty, controlling for Bowling Green State. Left goal line, centering pass, nobody home. Closest to it, Adam Simon, and it's Indiana with Kenyon ushering out to center. He's hit from behind, and the puck rolls to Stebbins' right, where Fitzgerald controls it at E-zone. 15:45 left in period 3. Indiana leads 1-0. Fitzgerald from right to left. Gains the zone. Lost the puck left circle. Holds in a backhand. Here's Kenyon. One-timer left circle. Deflected. Puck is free. They score, but no goal. It's waved off. Durkin was interfered with down the far boards. Easy as day to see. Jordan was on the doorstep to poke it past the net, but it remains 1-0 Indiana. 15:34 left in period 3. Fitzgerald was sticked off the puck. A shot from the left side hit off of Durkin. Kenyon went sprawling into the nets. Luckily for Indiana, no penalty was called for interference. We remain 5-on-5. Faceoff comes out to neutral ice directly in front of the Bowling Green State bench down the right boards. Jake Roehl, the Bowling Green State head coach, talking to Jared Bukta, the referee, along with Ken Tomazawa working the near side. Roehl is wondering why there isn't a penalty for interference. Ryan Hill, the alternate for the Falcons, talking at center along with Jack Jordan, and play continues. Face-off at neutral down the left boards in front of the Falcon bench. Jordan, the senior captain for Indiana, takes the face-off against the senior alternate for Hill, and it's off the face-off. It's Hill for Bowling Green State controlling. He works it down the far side. 15:25 left in period 3. Indiana leads 1-0. The puck in the Bowling Green State D zone. Jordan whips it to Kissel, left goal line, rings the puck around the roulette wheel. Hill first to it for the Falcons. He works it out of the D zone, strides into the attacking third right side, stapled off the puck, delayed offside, and the puck bounces into the Indiana D zone. Here comes Kissel in the attacking third, shot from the left goal line, deflected. Jordan right circle toward the back of the net, centers, nobody home, hits off of Hill's stick. Fitzgerald for Indiana, half-dasher right wing, puts it toward the goal line. Kissel rings it around the near boards, looking for Goodfellow. He shouldered off the puck. It rolls up the left half-dasher, now toward the goal line. Two bodies aside, fighting for it. Kenyon for Indiana has it. The lone goal scored tonight. Has it left point for Indiana. Rink right pass. One-timer, Goodfellow right point. Deflected wide glove side of Durkin. Rolls to the right corner wall. Indiana with Kissel unable to maintain the zone. Ryan Hill for the Falcons clears out to center. 14:25 left in period 3. 1-0 lead for Indiana. Mike White, shot from the right circle, sticked aside by Stebbins. He jabs it toward the near corner. Schlotterbeck hands off Hill. He falls to the ice. No penalty called. Puck is free in the slot. Schlotterbeck punching free. Puck down the left goal line, and it's in! It's in! Goal, Bowling Green State! Schlotterbeck deflected the puck over towards Hill. Stebbins trying to put the glove on top of the puck, and just like that, we're knotted up at 1. Hunter Schlotterbeck, who scored one of 3 goals for the Falcons last night, has scored goals in 3 of his last 4 games, his 5th of the season, and we're knotted up at 1 apiece. 14:11 to go in the final frame. Face-off at center. Indiana controls Adam Offenbach. Works it back into the defending zone. Will Patton nudges the puck rink wide. The Goodfellow filters the puck off the high glass down the right boards. Bowling Green State controls in the defending zone. Lobbed out to center. Fetched by Goodfellow for Indiana. Out to the Falcons center ice logo. Covered in orange and brown. The Falcons gain a line. Mitchell Road, left goal line. His wrister bouncing through the slot, rolling right half-dasher now toward the goal line. Mitchell Road down to near corner, chasing his own miss. Flubs the puck to Carriophiles, left half-dasher. At the hash marks, works it left point. One-timer Road, deflected. And it's Offenbach for Indiana controlling down the far wing in the defending third. He clears out to center. 13.5 to go in period 3. 1-1 our score. The Falcons, after succeeding the first goal, have tied it up at 1. Puck rolls out to center. Champel collects for Indiana. Line change made by the Falcons. Todaro rings the puck off the high wall. Glove down by Kirksey. He slaps it to the blue line. Indiana on the forecheck controls. Right hash marks. Champel spins past a man. One hands the puck to Krush at the goal line. Looking middle, looking right. Takes a tumble to the ice. No penalty called. The Falcons with Swindle lob it from left to right, and icing is the call. Georgiou first to it for Indiana. 12:55 to go in the third. 1-1 our score. Indiana and Bowling Green State don't go anywhere. We're deadlocked from Slater as we step aside from Bowling Green, Ohio. You're listening to Club Ice Hockey at Indiana University on the Indiana Hockey Radio Network. 1-1 our score. 12:55 left in period 3. Face off to Ryan Durkin's left in the Indiana attacking zone. The Falcons control the draw. Ryan Ross flips it out to center, and the Falcons a possible breakaway. 2-on-1, 2-on-none. And now 2-on-1 odd-man rush. They lose the puck in the blue line. It's out to center. Bobby Edwards filters behind Stebbins. Delayed offside is the call. Indiana controls into the zone. 12.5 to go in the third. 1-1 our score. Casey Roehl with you from the Madhouse on Mercer, the Slater Family House Ice Arena. Bob by Lebreski for the Falcons. Left hash marks. Backhands the puck to the goal line. Adam Simon back behind the net. Connects with Edwards, the 6'4" D-man. Staples the puck to the wall. Centering pass. Nobody in the slot. James Todaro backhands to nobody. It deflects off a body. Edwards has it right goal line. Works it top of the right circle looking for White. Deflected. Fitzgerald pitches the puck off the high wall. Smacked by Lebreski into the attacking zone. Left point to Jordan Johnson for the Falcons. His wrister wide through the slot. But Bowling Green State mains the attacking zone for a moment, and now it's Null for Indiana clearing. 11:50 to go in the third. We're tied at 1. The Cream and Crimson from right to left. Null stick check from behind by Edwards, the senior defenseman from Bowling Green, a local product. Backhands to Trey Kirksey behind his stick. Indiana on the forecheck. Shabazz, high slot. One-timer over towards Null, over the crossbar. Dug out by Bone Cutter, left goal line. He centers off a couple skates. Indiana maintains the puck on the forecheck. Half-dasher left wing. Barrett McDaniel lost the puck in the point, and it's Shabazz taking a tumble at the goal line, at the red line, and here comes Slater back for the Falcons. Left circle, backhander, back behind the goal. He's got it off of his own miss, right goal line. He filters back behind Stebbins. Couple bodies fall on the ice, no penalties called. 9 minutes into the third, 1-1 our score. Indiana with Fitzgerald, he's sticked, and we're going to get a penalty. Slashing is the call. Fitzgerald was hit from behind. Now he's pushed by Steven Benewald after the whistle. Fitzgerald lost his stick, was holding his right wrist after he was hit, and the penalty is on Schlatterbeck, the goal scorer tonight for the Falcons, who leveled the scoring early in the third. He sits in the box. For the fifth time today, Indiana's TSCHL leading power play back to work. They're 0 for 4 tonight after going 3 of 7 yesterday, attacking at 29% this season. Face-off to Ryan Durkin's right. Jack Jordan for Indiana takes the face-off against Ryan Hill. Off the tie-up, Hill for the Falcons controls. He smacks it left point, rolls toward the blue line. Indiana unable to maintain the zone. It rolls under Fitzgerald's stick. The Cream and Crimson on a forecheck. Right circle. Kenyon pins the puck behind the net. Jordan, left goal line. Filters straight away to Fitzgerald. Backhand centering pass, Patton, right circle. Top of the dot. High slot. Fitzgerald waits. He looks. He shoots. The wristers gloved down and chested down by Durkin. The puck rolls down the far boards, and Hill ushers out to center. He flips it down the left wall, and Indiana forced a touch up in the D zone. 10:30 to go in the third. 1-1 our score. Indiana and Bowling Green State. The Falcons shorthanded for 80 seconds. Jordan for Indiana. He's got a team-leading 4 power play goals. Right goal line. Centering pass. One-timer Kenyon over the crossbars and skitters toward the left boards. The Falcons clear it. Mike White. 2-on-1 outman rush. Back check from behind by Jordan. Here comes Indiana the other way from right to left. Jordan, high slot, right circle. His wrister deflected, rolls in the slot. High slot, one-timer Kissel. Backed off the blocker side of Durkin. Indiana maintains the zone left goal line. 10 minutes to go in the third. We're leveled at 1. 50 seconds on the Indiana power play. Right circle Offenbach at the dot. Wrister deflected off of Ryan Ross's stick. It rolls to the goal line. Kissel, one hands to Offenbach, right circle. Smacks the puck to himself off the high glass. Back behind the net. Kissel has it. Left goal line. Looking middle, looking right. Has it left hash mark. Filters high slot to Offenbach. And now back to Chappelle, left circle. Rink-wide pass deflected. Goodfellow filters Offenbach right side. One-timer. Kissel left dot. Deflected off of Kirksey. Indiana maintains the zone. Chappelle left circle. His wrister wide blocker side over the crossbar. Indiana maintains the zone. Chappelle left dot. Centering pass. Back to a post. They score! Jack Kissel back door on the power play. And Indiana takes a 2-1 lead. 9:15 to go in the third. Chappelle's initial shot was deflected off of a couple sticks. He got the puck left circle, faked the shot, worked his way to the dot, centered back door, deflected off of Offenbach, and Kissel was wide open. He buried a wrister underneath of Kirksey's blocker, Durkin's blocker, and for Kissel, who scored 2 goals last night, the freshman now has 9 on the season. Faceoff comes out to center, and it's Bowling Green State controlling in the defending zone. Bobby Edwards, rink-wide pass to Kirksey down the left boards. 9 minutes to go in the third. Indiana leads 2-1. A win for the Cream and Crimson secures third place in the TSCHL playoffs. Jordan Johnson, right circle, lost off the puck, lobbed out to center. Indiana with Bone Cutter edged off by Edwards, the 6'4" D-man, filters ahead towards Powell, left side. Chip and chase off the high glass. Fitzgerald for Indiana first to it. 8:45 left in the final frame. 2-1 lead for Indiana. Bone Cutter for the Cream and Crimson. The freshman from Leo, that's just outside Fort Wayne. Lobs it out to center, fetched by Bialobreski for the Falcons. They veer back into the defending zone, rink wide down the far boards. 8.5 to go in the third. 2-1 Indiana. The Falcons look to avoid being swept at home for the first time this season. Edwards, left circle at the dot, edged off the puck from behind. Jordan Johnson maintains his own for the Falcons. Centering pass into high slot, spinning shot by White. Wide glove side of Stebbins. Edwards maintains his own for the Falcons. Right half dasher, centering feed, looking toward the left point. It clears the zone out to center. 8 minutes remaining. 2-1 lead for Indiana. The Cream and Crimson, their crimson sweaters, white lettering and trim from right to left as you listen. The Falcons, their white sweaters, orange and brown from left to right. Null for Indiana. Pass the center ice logo into the high slot. Chip and chase. Goes to a backhand. One-hand shot deflected. Stick saved by Durkin. A shot by Cruz left side. No. One-timer. Offenbach right circle. Sprawling pad saved by Durkin. They work it far side. Offenbach maintains his own for Indiana. Back behind the net. Puts on the brakes. Looking middle of the ice. Shifts past a couple of fenders, shoved to the wall. Cruz, bottom of the left circle, one-timer deflected back behind the net. Moskropp for the Falcons, whips it out to center, and Ryan Hill stretches out to the right boards. Mike White gains the line. High slot, hands off Shadlerback, one-timer deflected off of Stebbins. The puck rolls down the near boards out to center ice. 7:15 to go in the third. Indiana leads 2-1. Cruz, left circle, slap shot, chest save made by Durkin, and that stops play. 7:10 to go in the third. Indiana leads 2-1 over Bowling Green State as we step aside from the Madhouse on Mercer. You're listening to Club Ice Hockey at Indiana University on the Indiana Hockey Radio Network. 7:10 remaining in the third. 2-1 lead for Indiana over Bowling Green State. Face-off comes to Ryan Durkin's left. Jack Jordan takes the face-off against Bob Bialobreski, and Bialobreski controls for the Falcons. He whips it up the far boards. Aiden Goodfellow, right point for Indiana on one knee, smacks the puck behind Durkin. The Falcons control in the defending zone. On a forecheck, Kissel for Indiana behind the net. Lost the puck. Bobby Edwards rings it out to center with Will Patton, the junior D-man for Indiana, filtering to Durkin's right. 6:40 left in period 3. Indiana leads by 1. 2-1 our score from the Slater Family Ice Arena on the campus of BGSU. Patton from the red line, wrister stick aside by Durkin in the butterfly. He directs it over the Kirksey right boards. Lob to center, Mitchell Rowe down the right wall. Filters back into the defending zone. Connects with Matt Moskropp. At the red line, the center logo. Kirksey filters behind Stebbins. Bowling Green State makes a moderate line change. 6:15 to go in the third. Indiana leads 2-1. Goodfellow for Indiana. Navigates past a couple checks. Filters ahead to Kissel. He's got one of 2 Indiana goals. Hands off to Kenyon. Right circle. Centering pass deflected. He veers back to the right point. Back toward the net. Whips the puck behind Durkin. Indiana with Kissel. One hands to Chappelle left goal line. At the hash marks. High slot to Goodfellow. Fans at a one-timer. Backhanded out of the zone by Simon for the Falcons. And the puck goes down for an icing. 5:48 left in period 3. Indiana leads Bowling Green State 2-1. Puck comes all the way back down the length of the ice to Durkin's left in net. Indiana looks to sweep the Falcons in the first ever series between both schools. A 6-3 win on the front half of a home-and-home back in Bloomington less than 24 hours ago. It's now 1 a.m. Eastern time on the campus of Bowling Green State, and there's still 5:48 to be played in regulation. Face-off controlled by Indiana. Right circle Chappelle into the slot. Back toward the net. Angling toward the left half dasher. Centering feed deflected. Puck in the slot. Batted by Kirksey. It rolls to the left goal line. The Falcons in a defending zone control with Edwards. 5.5 to go in period 3. Indiana leads it 2-1 over BGSU. Kirksey filters out to center. Glove down by Johnson. He works it left side. Now we get a whistle for an offside. Shabazz takes a tumble to the boards down the far side. He's got to be careful. He's red hot. He's been messed with and bullied the entire series. That's the last thing Indiana wants. Having not committed a penalty tonight, the Falcons egging on the freshman from Zionsville to try to commit a penalty, none called. The referees talking with Shabazz. For the moment, we remain 5-on-5. Shabazz tries to plead his case as to why he should get a penalty. Bowling Green State trying to convey their case as to why they should be on the power play. But we remain 5-on-5. 5:21 to go in the third. Indiana leads it 2-1. Face-off at neutral ice down the right wall. Ryan Hill for the Falcons against Adam Offenbach for Indiana. Hill, the Division III transfer out of the University of Wisconsin River Falls. In his first season with the Falcons, he's tossed out of the circle. It's Hunter Schlatterbeck, the lone goal scorer tonight for the Falcons, taking a face-off. Off the tie-up, Offenbach for Indiana controls. He works it back into the defending zone, smacked by Todaro, and the Falcons control into the defending third. 5:10 to go in the third. Indiana leads 2-1. Puck battle near side. Todaro for Indiana. The freshman D-man works it up the right half dasher. Kept in by the Falcons. One-timer right point by Lebreski. Deflected. Rolls out left point. Kirksey dials up a slap shot. Blocked. He backhands to keep the puck in the zone. Georgiou for Indiana touches up. Delayed offside called on Bowling Green. 4:45 left in regulation. Indiana leads 2-1. Puck sky to center. Offenbach gloves it down. He bats it behind Durkin. The Falcons first to touch up. Eric Farron out of upstate Ohio, an hour outside of Bowling Green State's campus. Rolling puck at center. Kissel for Indiana controls. He scored the go-ahead goal for Indiana a few minutes ago. That's where our score stands. 2-1 Indiana, 4:20 remaining. The Falcons with Stephen Benewald in the defending zone. Forecheck for Indiana. Jordan left goal line, shouldered off the puck by Kirksey. It rolls up the left half dasher. Kenyon at the hash marks, at the dot, top of the circle, rink wide pass. Goodfellow right side at the point, scaling below the goal line. Whips it to Jordan in the trapezoid. One hands the puck to himself, falls to his knees, shovels the puck to Patton left point. He gloves it down on a couple of bounces, works it toward Jordan high slot, deflected. White for the Falcons, ship and chase to himself, right goal line, deflected. Both Patton and White take a tumble. There's throwing elbows, no penalties called, and play continues down the far boards. 3:40 left in period 3. Indiana leads at 2-1. The Falcons, their white sweaters, brown and orange lettering and trim from left to right. Indiana crimson and cream from right to left. Jordan by Lebreski, left circle, wrister deflected, bounces off the high glass, glove by Goodfellow. He filters out of the zone and into the Indiana bench. That stops play. 3:20 left in regulation. Indiana looks to hold on with the score in favor of the Cream and Crimson, 2-1. Bowling Green State has not been swept at home this season in league play. Barring a comeback, that would change tonight. Face off to Joseph Stebbins' left. He's been the man for Indiana. He's won his last 4 ranked matchups on the road in the month of February. And now a timeout taken by Bowling Green State with Jake Rischel. We'll take one as well. 3:20 remaining. 2-1 Indiana on top of Bowling Green State as we step aside from the Slater Family Ice Arena. You're listening to Club Ice Hockey at Indiana University on the Indiana Hockey Radio Network. .20 remaining in regulation. 2-1 lead for Indiana over Bowling Green State. Jake Rischel, the second-year Falcon head coach, using his timeouts with his Falcons on the verge of being swept at home in league play for the first time this season. Indiana with second-year head coach Andrew Newman firing up his guys on the Indiana bench. They know what's on the line. A win for Indiana clinches third place for the TSCHL postseason and keeps their hopes of a regional tournament appearance alive. Casey Roehl with you from the Slater Family Ice Arena on the campus of Bowling Green State. Play resumes with a face-off to Indiana netminder Joseph Stebbins is left. Bowling Green State controls the draw. Trey Kirksey. One hands the puck behind the net. Eric Farron has it right goal line. Back toward the net, right half dasher at the hash marks. A close-ended shot. Stebbins reaches behind him to make a glove save and the butterfly to stop play. 3 minutes, 8 seconds left in this one. Indiana leads 2-1. Barring a comeback, Indiana would clinch third in the league and would hand Bowling Green State its first sweep at home in league play. Face off to Stebbins' left. Bowling Green State off the tie-up. They work it behind the net. Kirksey angles toward the right goal line. Filters the puck to Edwards. Waits. Slap shot deflected. Bounces off a couple bodies. Indiana with Christian Champel running and gunning past the red line. Chugging into the attacking zone. Stick check from behind. He bats it toward Null. Backhands into the Bowling Green State D zone. 2:45 left in regulation. 2-1 Indiana leads Bowling Green State. Puck battle at center. Shabazz falls for the Cream and Crimson. The Falcons control Ryan Ross in the defending third. 2.5 to go in the third period. Indiana leads 2-1. The Falcons from left to right. Indiana from right to left. Mike Hill over the Ryan Hill. No relation. Stretch pass to Mike in the high slot. Edged off by Fitzgerald. The Indiana D-men stretches out to center. Lobbed into the attacking zone on a bounce. Durkin puts the blocker on to stick it aside. 2:10 to go in this one. 2-1 Indiana. Fitzgerald backhands into the Bowling Green State D zone. Kirksey one-hands it to himself down the far wall. Circle-to-circle pass connects with Ryan Ross. He assisted on the only goal tonight for the Falcons. That was scored by Hunter Schletterbeck. 1:50 left in the third. Indiana leads 2-1. Krusch in a high slot for the Cream and Crimson. Bottom of the right circle. Back behind the net. Looking middle of the ice. Puts on the brakes at the goal line. Takes a tumble in the corner. He still has it behind the goal. Left side. Down low. Staples the puck to the wall. Schletterbeck and Powell fighting for control. Krusch killing off some time. 90 seconds to go in the third. Indiana leads 2-1. The Falcons clear as far to the blue line. One-timer Patton. Blocked by Krusch. Deflected. Rolls to the far circle. Krusch for Indiana maintains the zone right side. 80 seconds left in the third. Indiana leads by 1, 2-1 our score. Krusch, bodies go falling onto the ice. No penalties called. Kissel for Indiana, right half dasher. Backhands toward the point. Hill unable to clear the zone for the Falcons. Now he does with a pass out to White. 1-on-2 shorthanded. White right side, top of the circle at the dot. Stick check by Patton. 60 seconds to go. 6-on-5 hockey. The Falcons man up. And now we get a whistle and a penalty. It's on Bowling Green. And Mike White is going to be hit with a high sticking. Will Patton is down, face down on the ice. He took a high stick off the boards, and White sits in the box. He can't believe it. He thought Patton did some sort of an acting job, but to no avail. 58 seconds remaining, and that's going to be it for White. He's sent off the ice. Ryan Hill, the alternate for the Falcons, trying to plead his case at center. Jack Jordan, the captain for Indiana, also over near the scorer's table. But as it were to stand right now, it'd be a penalty on White, and it would mean that the Falcons would lose the extra skater with the goalie pulled. Quick game reset. Indiana took a 1-0 lead on a Cade Kenyon goal 5 minutes into the second. Bowling Green State tied when Hunter Schletterbeck deposited his 5th goal of the season. And Jack Kissel on the power play on Indiana's 5th attempt tonight beat Ryan Durkin low glove side. And that's put Indiana up by 1, 2-1 our score. 58 seconds to go. If Indiana were to hold on in these final 58s, they would clinch third place in the TSCHL standings, and now we get an additional penalty. It's a 5-minute major on White. He's off the ice. He was trying to convey his case as to why he shouldn't be called, but Ken Tomazawa says no avail. So Indiana 5-on-4 the rest of the way. With the major, they will be on the man up for 5 minutes, so essentially the rest of the game and overtime if this game were to go into OT. Jordan wins the draw for Indiana. Right side Offenbach at the dot. He fakes, he shoots. Wrister glove by Durkin, and that stops play. 51 seconds to go. Despite the trailing effort, Ryan Durkin has kept Bowling Green State in it the entire weekend. In the last 4 periods of play, he's allowed 3 goals on 97 shots. Face off to his left, Indiana controls. Offenbach, right point, looking middle. Rink-wide pass on a saucer feed to Fitzgerald. Bounces off of his stick and into the Bowling Green State bench. That stops play. 45 seconds left in the third. Indiana leads 2-1.
faceoff comes out to neutral down the near boards. Jordan takes the face-off against Hill, and it's Jordan for Indiana controlling. He smacks the puck behind Durkin. 40 seconds to go in the third. Indiana leads 2-1. The Falcons have to go the length of the ice from left to right. Ryan Ross can't clear the zone. Kenyon for Indiana, right circle, centering. Nobody home in the slot with 30 seconds to go in the final frame. 2-1 lead for Indiana. Left goal line Jordan centers, deflected by Hill. He filters out to center. Offenbach first to touch it down. 20 seconds remaining in the third period. Indiana leads 2-1. 15 seconds in the third. Fitzgerald back behind the net. Has it right side, filters the puck to Kenyon, backhands to center. Kissel one-hands into the attacking zone. 5 seconds to go. An improbable season has reached its climax for Indiana. From 6th to 3rd in a span of 2 weeks. 2-1, the final. Indiana defeats Bowling Green State. And with the win, Indiana clinches 3rd for the TSCHL postseason. For the first time all season, the Falcons are swept at home in league play. And in the first ever series between both schools, Indiana comes out victorious with a sweep. How about that to ring in 2020? 4 straight wins for Indiana, and both sides shake hands at center. And the final road game of the regular season, Indiana puts up the numbers when they need to. And it's Cade Kenyon leading the charge. He scored the game's first goal. He's got goals in 3 of his last 4 games. And with the win, Indiana improves to 13-9-1-1. Bowling Green State falls to 14-8. Lots to break down. And we'll talk about it next on the Club Ice Hockey at Indiana University postgame show on the Indiana Hockey Radio Network. Final score 2-1. Indiana defeats BGSU from the Slater Family Ice Arena on the campus of Bowling Green State.
After an intense and climactic third period of play, the Club Ice Hockey at Indiana University comes out on top on the road against the Bowling Green State Falcons. I'm Sam Wexler. Alongside me is Casey Roehl, the voice of Indiana Hockey, here on the Indiana Hockey postgame show. Casey, a 2-1 win for the Bloomington boys seals them the third-place spot in the TSCHL for the 2020 season.
It was the biggest game in Andrew Newman's tenure as head coach in Bloomington. They knew what they had to do with this being the final game in league play. If they lost tonight, Indiana would have to sit on eggshells next weekend with both Xavier, Ohio, and Bowling Green State possibly vying for number 3 in the standings. But with the sweep, Indiana secures 3rd, and with Ohio losing earlier today at Xavier, it means that the closest that Xavier can get to Indiana would be tied for 3rd, but Indiana holds the season series on the Musketeers, so Indiana clinches 3rd with the win today. The lowest that Bowling Green State can finish is 6th, but what we do know now, 1, 2, and 3 are clinched, as are 7 and 8. What we don't know, who are 4 through 6 for the TSCHL postseason.
Casey, you just said it perfectly. Miami obviously clinching championship in the regular season a few weeks ago. Ohio State solidified their position as runner-up. And Indiana finishing off the job that they started last night and getting it done in very strong fashion, a 2-1 win that was a nail-biter to the very end.
And for Indiana, who a week ago entered the Dayton Series number 6 in the league, they catapult all the way to number 3. And for Andrew Newman's side, you have to be loving the results that you've seen these last 2 weeks after the blowouts at the hands of Miami. So Indiana, now they wait to see who gets the number 6 spot. It's number 1 against 8, 2-7, 3-6. So Indiana could possibly play one of 3 teams in BGSU, Xavier, in Ohio.
And Casey, we just have to wait for the final games to come in next weekend. Obviously, the graphic on the screen does not reflect the games finished tonight, but Indiana does remain in the 3rd spot, and they will stay there, and they will be able to put that in pen for the rest of the season.
And it's going to be a long 3 weeks until Louisville. Indiana takes on Illinois State next weekend at Frank Southern Ice Arena to close out the regular season. Senior weekend back at Frank Southern Ice Arena. Game 1 next Friday begins at 9:15. Game 2 at 3:15 on Saturday, where 4 seniors will be honored in their final games at the Frank. Jack Jordan, along with Cameron McNamara, Joseph Stebbins, and John Cristiano.
And Casey, you're a senior. You'll also be on the ice to get honored.
I do the easy job. It was a bit of an executive decision made by you, my friend. You had come up to me in January and said I had to go out on the ice for my final game. So you've done a good job filling in whenever you can, doing the hard work and all the other odd jobs that come to be tasked, doing the camera and the statistician and engineering job today. So as boss, I can only say so many things for so long before I have to give in a couple of requests, and that's when I'll be more than happy and flattered to have next week.
Well, Casey, I've certainly learned a lot. And we learned a lot about the Indiana team tonight. They have some real resiliency that's going to come in handy come next weekend. But anything else you wanted to add before we head into our week?
The question was, when can Indiana pick up goal scoring with both Austin Eng and Everett Grimes gone for the semester? The answer is the young guys are stepping up. Jack Kissel, who became the first freshman to score 2 goals in his career debut, he scored the game winner tonight. And Cade Kenyon, a sophomore, he put in the game's first goal. So the young guys are showing out for Indiana. It's a bit of a flash of what the new generation is going to look like come next season and a couple of years to come.
Well, Casey, it's past 1 a.m. Eastern time here in Bowling Green, Ohio, and we've got a 4-hour bus ride ahead of us. We won't be home back in Bloomington until about 6 a.m. or 7.
Well, the only 6 o'clock I'm concerned about is the Super Bowl around 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. So as long as I'm home for that and I've got some food, I will be good. Also mixing some prep for next weekend against Illinois State and crunch some more numbers on what the postseason would look like.
That's right, folks. Make sure to tune in to both games next weekend at the Frank, or come out and see us yourself. Those games both at the Frank Southern Ice Arena in Bloomington.
Your parents will be there next week, right?
They will, Casey.
I'd like to say mine will too, but 3,500 miles is a bit of a trek from Anchorage, Alaska to Bloomington, so I'll have to meet the good old Wexler clan once again back at the Frank next week.
Well, that sounds like a plan, Casey. As for us, we're done from up high above the Slater Family Ice Arena in Bowling Green, Ohio. Thank you all for tuning in wherever you're listening or watching from. Have a safe drive home, and we'll see you next week.